I feel like I'm invested. It's gone.
What are
It's
you
gone by now.
invested in? What are you invested in?
So we just have half the party who's done nothing the entire session.
I
Just lost in your eyes, heroes.
I'm not even looking at him.
He's lost in the
Like-
concept of your eyes.
This is legitimately like if a window's here, heroes just.
Sexual jokes we share.
One,
It's just gonna.
Shut the fuck up, everybody. I need these claps. Do it again.
You're the one talking.
It's you. You're the problem. Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
I'm not the drama. No. Clap me, please.
You got that candle tattoo or no? Like we can do this, but I have standards.
I'll get a water tattoo just for you.
Can't with you. I can't.
I need the clapping. Clap me, Harley. Clap me, Daddy. Claps. I need the claps.
This is your own fault. I want you to remember that this week. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Did you miss your own clap?
No. I'm just
It looked like you went like that.
I'm so
trying to
done.
let it slide.
Nick is no good.
Are we all waving to editor Chad?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, and with that, quick recap. We all went to bed. Yes, recap. Everyone got absolutely fucked in Lathier's new inn. Ganta had a mental breakdown. And oh, I know exactly what it was, Phil. It was when you were trying to deliver that heartfelt speech to Ganta. That's when you kept cutting out.
For those of you who don't know, it was really heartfelt, and it was just the phenomenal of speech. It was an amazing speech. It was just a fantastic speech. And you know what? We're gonna make the hags pay for it. The hags are gonna pay for my appearance
Oh
fees.
my lord.
Rattle dump. Chill out.
For those of you who are unaware, if you haven't seen that speech yet, go back and watch it in last week's video, or this is not going to make any sense. It's going to make even less sense than whatever that was. It's legally distinct. It was a legally distinct parody. That being said, you've all gone to bed in your own rooms. I would like all of you to check the Discord messages that I have sent you.
Oh,
We playing Town of Salem?
Right?
this feels like the creepier version of Marku Rally.
Feels like Town of Salem.
Who's the werewolf?
Colonel Mustard in the library with the jar.
Not the jar. Every time I see a pair of feet in a jar, I get scarred.
To be fair, the only person who was in the library was Ganta.
That is true.
That being
That is
said-
true. I'm the murderer.
That being said, everyone remind me what your passive perception is.
Fuck.
12.
Okay?
14, I think.
Okay.
14.
I don't know. Give me a moment.
Oh, wait, no, 11. 11.
13.
Okay.
Dang, you got a big wisdom.
Ventura, you were the only one that made it. You heard something in the night. It sounded like someone banging on or kind of clawing at the door, but you were so obliterated due to the mushroom cocaine that you imbibed, that you did not get up to check what it was. You assumed it was a drunk and went back to bed.
DM?
Yes, sir.
Slight permission, of course. Before any of this, without any kind of spoilers, maybe 10 minutes after all the doors are closed, would it be all right with you if Ganta found his way back into the kitchen to grab that orange?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Then Ganta, after everyone realizes all the doors are closed, everyone's eating their meals, Ganta will probably go through 3 or 4 different doors before finding the kitchen, and he'll grab the orange that's still on the counter that Phil left, and then go back to his room.
We find
And then go to sleep.
We find Ganta asleep in the library because he couldn't find his bedroom again.
I'd say it probably took me like 20 minutes, but
Did you check the last time you were standing next to a chicken?
Yep.
He actually followed Phil's advice and it worked, and he got mad about it.
I found the Playboy Mansion. It was weird. So I'll grab the orange, go through probably 15 doors before I finally make it back to my room, and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Nate, you dropped something.
What's that?
Oh no, I just happened to look over to Nate and he dropped something out of camera.
What did I do?
Was it the standards? Because if I have a chance.
What are standards?
My boy.
My boy.
I
Alright.
don't know why, but my brain registered that you were holding the cup with kitchen tongs for some reason.
All right, and we're moving on.
And we're awake. Hi, everybody.
Are we still in our rooms?
I
You're
would
all
like to make it known I am doing yoga mostly in the buck in my room.
Okay.
Why do you
You're
have to
all
make that?
still in
Were
your
you
rooms?
screaming through the walls?
No.
Don't come in, I'm naked.
The only thing you hear is just, oh.
Don't come in, I'm just doing yoga, I swear, nothing else.
And warrior pose. It is. You'll find out.
Why do
I don't
old
want
men
to.
make so much noise getting out of bed?
Life after 30.
Because
bro.
we're old, man. Chill.
Life after 30.
I'm saying that in character, not out of character. I know what it feels like out of character. Thank you.
I hear that, and I'm just making my bed. Very, very like military style hospital corners, and I'm gonna keep flipping pages through my books. And do I still see just the 3 pages?
You can still see the 3 pages.
Okay,
The squiggles have not returned, but I'm getting wordy. It looks exactly like it did last night.
Okay. I just process it. Just keep flipping pages, go back to it, flip pages, go back to it. And I'll repeat this process for probably another 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna hopefully step out into the main bar area where we all were yesterday. The bedroom doors don't have the weird door thing, do they?
They do.
I do. But,
Roll for it.
Not my door.
but the inn
Okay.
feels different. It's quieter. When you exit your bedroom, you hit a hallway, just like you'd expect. There's no weird shenanigans.
I don't think I expected a hallway, honestly. Where the fuck did this hallway come from? Is there a door at the other end of the hallway that I imagine would lead to the bar area?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna head down the hallway to that door.
You're in the main room.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna hang out in the main room until everybody else gets out of bed.
Roll perception.
Woo! I can do that.
Oh, fuck, dice.
What a loser.
If I don't roll it off
Ready.
the table.
He wasn't ready.
If I don't roll it off the table, Jesus Christ.
Yes,
That
my son.
would be a 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Lather, is there coffee here?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool. How
Wait,
can you
it
hear
just
me
seems
from
to
your room?
materialize next to you.
Oh,
Lather just comes up behind you and is like, "Hey,
Christ.
buddy."
Yeah. No. Dude, it's too early in the morning for this. I just slept for the first time
You
in like
want
3
sugar?
days. Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna like pour you a mug of coffee and hand it to you.
Thank you. Jesus. Ugh. How do you do that? Stop it.
Do what?
Show up unannounced.
It's my inn. Well, kind
Does
of.
it-
The technicalities are weird on that.
Okay, what I'm just gonna walk. Hero's just gonna walk off and just be like, I'm fucking tired of all these people and their weird shit.
Have a good trip.
Drink
See you next
coffee, look out the window.
Yeah.
What did you say, John?
I'm just gonna. Hero's just gonna be drinking coffee, looking out the window, just mumbling to himself.
Roll perception.
Okay, again. Yeah. 17.
You notice as you're looking out this window that the front of this inn is wrecked. The stairs have been obliterated. It very much looks like someone tried very hard to get into the inn last night.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder. Lather, you've seen this? This, I guess, since it's technically your inn. Somebody messed up your inn.
I'm gonna look
Sounds
over. Do I see it?
Do you look out the window?
Yeah,
You
I'll
look
walk
out-
over.
If you look out the window, it is extremely obvious.
What'd you do to my inn?
I didn't realize I had to roll perception to look out a window and see the world. Hold on.
You didn't have
think
to. You didn't have to, but
It's
I
just
like
funnier.
making you roll
One.
things.
That's fine. I
It was
just
an
kind of
easy
pieced that
two.
together. My brain did not like process that. It was just like, do you see what's out the window? Check perception. Like, wait,
No, you're
Oh.
a natural one. You see your own feet.
You think you're in a room, but you've been wrong before.
Look at the window. You see your window.
Before I go on, Chad, why were you raising your hand?
I just editor chat kicked in for a second. Did we make sure the DM's audio is good?
Yes, we did.
Cool.
No, I didn't do anything to her, and I was in my room. I was scared to leave. I thought we'd end up with another like weird pocket of dimensional space, so I just stayed in there.
Why would you think that?
Because it happened last night.
I think you
show-
hallucinated that, and I'm just gonna walk off.
And
Show of hands, who's still in their room and who's out. Okay, so literally just John and Nate are out by.
please, somebody come and save me.
I'm gonna open the front door and see if it's functional.
It falls off the hinges like as soon as you open it. Legitimately. Arcana check for me.
Okay, see, now that's your fault.
You
said
touched it last.
Arcana?
It's yours.
I did.
That's gonna be a 10.
It's gonna be a 10.
It's a door.
The door.
You can understand that the reason why this thing could not get inside is the door, at least the door was warded. This is not your inn, and you don't know how much else was warded.
I'm gonna look back at Hero and go, well, that wasn't supposed to happen, and I'm just gonna set the door back into its frame as gently as I can.
I'm well aware of how doors work.
Apparently not.
You were saying that as the one who technically owns this maze of a doorway cabin.
You're doing a lot of work with the
Technically.
word own.
I said technically.
Phil,
It's
have
like
you
a
still
lease
been yoga?
situation.
It's like
Did
a
you just
lease
walk into
situation.
Did you just walk into an empty bar and be like, "Well, this is mine now. I'm in it."
I mean, that's kind of how it happened. It just
Are you
started
gonna-
listening to me.
What? No, I don't even need to ask. Never mind.
Look, man, you feed enough things to it, and then it just kind of listens to you after a while.
Okay, for the remainder of our party, Phil, I'm gonna assume
What
you're
did
still
you
doing
feed to
yoga.
it?
Oh yeah, sunrise yoga lasts for a little bit. I gotta get all the tantric energy centered.
Oh, God.
Okay. Chad, Spencer, and Ventura, where are you guys? What are you doing?
Alright, so Norvian is going to open his eyes, pull off the covers, and just fall out of bed completely, face first. And
You scared two thumbs because this will also does the same.
sit there for a minute, totally no idea what's going on, and then kind of like half walk, half crawl out the door.
Like the room's still spinning a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say you probably wouldn't even register that there's no magical shenanigans going on like there should be. You're just happy the floor is staying under you this time.
Yes. Precisely.
Ventura, I'm not sure what you'd notice because you are, no pun intended, a drunken master at this point. This is not your even 100th rodeo waking up hungover. You've been here before.
Yeah. I expected worse, actually.
Like an old friend. A comfy jacket that you put on.
Does anyone check on Phil's oddly noisy room, or are we just not touching that?
No.
Yeah.
I want you to remember, can't Lathier see/hear what's going on across this entire place?
You know, we didn't quite specify how that works.
He talked to Ganta in the library when
sure
he was
he
not in the
can.
library.
Pretty sure he can, but does Lathier give a shit is the question.
Not a
Just
single
hearing
one.
Old man grunts in his ear, and he's just like, birds in the
Damn.
morning.
I am middle-aged.
Wow, the birds are really singing today, aren't they?
Gotta get that in there. Okay.
It must be spring already.
Oh,
Well, there's a full bird's nest going on here, so it's
Oh, no.
definitely spring.
Norvian, as you
Then the
crawl
bat wing.
out of your room, your head is pounding, but as you look up, you do see directly down the hallway. The door is already open, and you can kind of hear voices coming from out there, but there's no one in your direct line of sight, with the exception of Click-Clack, who is still knocked out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep stumbling through that door and hope they have some caffeine.
And you're going to stumble into the same room as Hero and Lathier.
Okay.
Ow. You look like shit.
I feel like it. So I'm not even gonna argue with you on that one.
I'm just gonna push some coffee towards you. Be like, here you go, buddy. You
I
look
am
like you've
going
had a rough
to
morning.
immediately chug it and spill half of it on my face while I chug the other half.
All right, well, please wipe up after yourself, and I'm just gonna hand you a rag.
Just, no.
I'm gonna put the rag on my head because it's bright in that room. I'm not gonna clean
like,
shit
no.
up. I'm just gonna cover my eyes with it.
Click-Clack is still not completely stirred. She's starting to move a little bit, but the only noise coming from her is the clatter of her scales. Kind of a small clicking noise as she tries to get comfy, even though there is a sunbeam directly on her face.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and do a loud bell sound to try and wake her up.
You're a dick.
Jesus.
It's just gonna be. Oh.
In nomine Patris Spiritus Sancti.
Roll d20s with me, because I'm not sure what you should roll, but Click-Clack is going to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I only rolled a 3. I don't know if you want me to add anything to it.
I haven't added anything yet, but she rolled an 18.
I think she's fine.
I'm gonna be like, Click-Clack, get up. Get some coffee with us.
She sits up briefly. You find what looks to be a small wooden duck being lobbed at your head, and then she just rolls over and goes back to bed.
going to cast message directly at her.
You know, Lathier, I feel like giving click-clack caffeine is not a good idea.
You're right. I need to give her a stronger stimulant. And I'm going to be like, hey, I've got some more dwarven marching powder if you want some.
Ganta and Phil, I'd feel like you would have heard, or
Yeah.
Victoria, you all would have heard
waiting.
the bell.
It is. I've got one of those 2 short towels that covers like right at the upper thigh, and it's just bare-chested, gray hair. I've just right up. Now, what seems to be going on here? Did anybody else hear that?
Coffee.
I'm missing some context here.
No,
There is no
it's
context,
Lathier.
just coffee.
That is the context.
You're
No,
not
thank you. I'm a tea and decaf kind of guy. You know, too much gives me the jitters and shakes.
I've
Was
got
that?
an Earl Grey over here.
I've got a
No, the
chest
Grey's
gray
down
right
the
here.
hall.
That loud bell sound, was that you?
No, it was Phil.
I'm Phil.
Oh, I thought you were Bob. Whatever. I'll learn your name one day.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Do you have showers, Mr. Lathier?
I can make water on you.
You know, maybe a different day.
I can make water.
Okay, yeah. Fake black, I guess.
Just a sensor bar over
learned a
right here.
couple things about Lathier.
Oh,
Learning some very interesting things.
I thought I was bad.
Why do I
can
feel like
make water.
Lathier would be a top, but the type of top that you expect to be a bottom and just get absolutely horrified with the shit they come up with.
You're a power bottom. You're not supposed to do that.
You said no limits?
I cast plastic sheeting.
I'd like to cast rubber gimp soup.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Rubber gimp
On
soup.
that note,
Yes.
no,
On
Jesus.
that note,
We're gonna get demonetized before we can even have a chance to be
Yeah.
demonetized. Fuck you guys. On that note,
wouldn't be
I'm
my
gonna
first
hear-
time.
I'm gonna hear the bell. I'm gonna finish putting on my outfit, fixing up my cufflinks, tow my books away, double check the room, make sure everything's right where it's supposed to be, and then I'm going to open my door.
It's around this point I would be walking back to cover my nethers, so the first thing you see in the hallway is a poorly toweled Phil.
Cold
Mr.
morning.
Ganta?
Cold morning, is it?
Very cool. You know, the robin's nest is still a little asleep for winter.
Yeah, you're kind of piercing diamonds there, mate.
Yeah, I know. It's the weirdest thing. Left is a little longer than the right side, and I don't know why. I'm a little worried about it, but you know, my physician said it was okay.
Honestly,
you
I
just
can-
hear
I
from
can
down
relate.
the hallway. Just fuck already.
Honestly, I can relate, mate. Breakfast?
at the mention
no,
of
no, no,
breakfast, Flick Clack shoots bolt upright. Eyes fly open, and she starts kind of groggily patting her way towards the bar, dragging herself up onto a stool and just waiting for breakfast.
And I can see this like down the hallway to the main room, right?
I don't know if you can see it, but you can hear her get up.
Oh, pitter patters.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll kind of give it like a half thought, like I think I know who that is. All right.
You're gonna want to go handle that. I'm gonna get changed.
Everyone else awake, or do I need to get them?
I think most of us are up and about.
Yeah, Azul just appears outside of the door with pajamas on that have blue pajamas with stars and moons and stuff all around it. He's got the little hat that hangs over with a fluffy ball on it, and he's carrying his blanket that he fell with. Which one of you is getting in my room last night?
The side of his the side of his face that doesn't have the puffy hat ball on it. It like the fur is like matted and pressed flat against his face.
Don't know what you were referring to, mate. I was the last one to make their way back to their rooms, so maybe that's what you're thinking.
No, someone was jiggling the door.
It may have been me.
Snacking
I
on
was
it.
trying to find an empty room. It may have been me.
Probably. Well, what we doing?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. I'm ready.
All right. Meet me in the dining room. I'll speak with Lathia, find the kitchen again. Hopefully it won't take me another 20 minutes like last time. And I'll make everyone some breakfast.
Okay.
I'll walk you directly to the kitchen.
As
Okay.
you walk by the bar, Click Clack is just
What?
Potato.
What is that?
potato.
Potatoes? You would like potatoes?
Yes, please.
I'll make you some potatoes.
Thank you. You're a godsend. As she starts just rubbing her temples.
All right. Anybody want anything in particular? I was thinking about making some omelets.
Just a heads up before you do that. Lather broke the door, and we don't have stairs out of the bar anymore.
I look over at Lather and just... Strangely, mate, that's right on track.
Technically, I did not break the door. The door was broken, and I tried to use it.
It still tracks.
Want coffee?
So we're just not gonna worry about the fact that somebody tried to break in last night. No, that's all good.
Did someone try to break in, or just the door is broken?
Somebody definitely tried to break in.
Stairs aren't destroyed, and doors aren't just like falling off hinges for no reason.
We are literally inside of a building on giant chicken legs.
It
Why
sits
would they
down
break
for the
the
night, though.
stairs?
You
Whose
can't
legs?
expect it to stand all night.
I mean, it's got to go to bed too. Jeez, Ganda.
Right. I'm agreeing with you, mate.
Yeah. And
So
it's all
things are gonna break when you have 8,000 pounds of building being moved around by 20,000 pounds of chicken.
Oh no, it definitely looks like somebody tried to come in.
Oh, and then like you just immediately see like a face shift in Ganta. Like,
Yeah, the wards on the front door are broken, so that's why the door's messed up.
wait, there were wards.
Of course. It's a magical bar. Of course there are wards. Duh.
Strangely, that tracks as well.
Here, have some coffee. Think clear.
I'll take coffee and take me to the kitchen. I'll get to work and we'll tackle this issue after we've got some food in us.
I'm gonna look over at Click Clack and very softly be like, "Would you like some cheese while you're waiting?" And I'm just gonna hand I'm gonna reach under the bar and hand her a block of cheese.
She starts eating it like a frickin' apple.
That's fine.
Jesus.
Like, this is... She is obviously incredibly hungover.
It's right about now. Phil would probably join back in. He's got his flannel and the little Canadian cap on, slacks, belt, suspenders, and... Alrighty. I heard we were having a spot of breakfast on us.
Well, we were actually just talking about the fact that somebody tried to break in last night, and then breakfast.
Did someone try to break in?
Oh my god, do we have to go through this again?
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a very normal thing to say right in the morning before we've even had food.
Oh yeah, DM, this is a
I feel like
meal,
one thing.
a meal that I know perfectly.
Go right ahead.
Nothing.
I feel. I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like one is slightly more important than the other.
Yeah, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
It is the breakfast of champions.
See, he gets it.
Heroes is gonna go sit in the corner by himself and just with his mug and just.
Hey, no legs on furniture, young man. Take your shoes off. Can I gently mage hand to slide his just to slide his...
Okay, roll mage hand against heroes athletics.
Okay.
Spell attack modifier. Would that be like a spell attack modifier or just like spell?
Well, you don't need to roll. What's your modifier? Is
Plus
it more than
5.
plus? Oh yeah, no, you're good. I got a 1. Is my sound here? No.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't
Is
see
nat
it.
one?
I got
my
you.
nat-
I got you.
I'm walking back towards the front door and looking at the door and everything.
Okay.
Oh,
Are
wait,
you?
I gotta. Where's my D8? Or D12. Sorry.
Are you investigating or are you...
I'm investigating to see if I can see like any definitive marks or anything that might have caused it to fail like this.
Okay, and
And I'm going to use Eldritch Sight to see if there's anything. Basically, it allows me to detect magic to do so.
okay. What you get?
That's a 60.
16. That is enough. All of this damage was done by magic, with the exception of there being a few arrows still lodged in the wood at the center of some of the destruction.
I'm going to pull one out, like, yank it.
There's kind of a fizzle of electricity as you do, as these arrows seem to be the source of magic from the School of Evocation.
Now,
When
Mr.
Do I
Hero,
recognize, like, the style? Like, do they look like elven arrows, dwarven? Do they look really well made? Do they look crude?
They look as though they were grown that way. This is not a stick that has been carved into an arrow, but an arrow that has been grown.
Would this trigger anything in the back of my mind as far as like my experiences in the Feywild?
Roll history. Given that this is kind of about nature, DM brains, do we think roll history or roll nature?
Trying to remember something that you may have come across as history, trying to understand something that happens in nature is nature. Where does it lie?
We're doing both, technically.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice, yeah.
What you get?
I rolled a 13. If it's history, it's a 15. If it's nature, it's a 17.
They're both enough, so it doesn't matter. You've never seen it yourself, but you've heard of dryads being able to do things very similar. They're not usually incredibly violent. They usually use it for more artistic purposes, but you would imagine that if a dryad desired, this is something they could easily do.
Okay. I'm going to cut my hand. I'm going to pull one of my daggers and cut my hands and start finger painting on the outside of the door. In Sylvan, I'm going to write, tell me what you need.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back inside and basically wedge my dagger into the door. That way it doesn't fall open again.
Okay, you're just gonna pin the door shut with a knife. Okay.
Yep.
No, knife.
Nice.
I have 2 left. And that's it.
You'll just hear in the background, breakfast will be ready in 15!
Quick clack
Yep,
takes another
heard that. 15 minutes.
Or 15 seconds.
He didn't specify. That's a fair point. Miss Click Clack, I'm gonna need you to not spoil your appetite just quite yet. You can't go at that cheese like it's going out of style.
Click clack, I have more cheese for you if you want it.
Lately, you're not helping.
I'm not supposed to help you. Click clack can have
Hero,
whatever
get
she
your
wants. Same with Ventura. Ventura's kind of cool. He can hang.
Do you just like the drug addicts?
Basically.
There's a very
I've got
clear
Norvian
vision
working
in
on
the
it,
party.
so
There's a very clear split in the party of personality types. There's
Hero, get your sister.
team serious and team Like
Team fuck
we're
it.
here, we'll get something done.
Click clack walks over. She grumbles, puts her. It's more just like a little ball of cheese at this point. She's worked a decent amount of it off the block. Puts her little ball of cheese down. Walks over to where Norvian is. And tries to use like the fabric of his tabard to hide her eyes from the sun, kind of like he's using the rag. And
Click, click. Do you need a blindfold?
Anyone who's watching her can see that she makes an effort to avoid the front door. She goes out of her way, walk as far away from the front door as she can.
Insight.
Okay.
Yep, this is all you guys.
Yeah, I don't notice shit because I still have the thing over my eyes. So
I'll be paying
No, you'd
attention.
feel her like pulling at your tabard and like pulling it over her eyes, but you're
12?
Well, that's my day today. 5.
Might be time
5.
to switch dice, my friend.
I,
If you need to duck
quick,
into the other room and grab some.
we don't have any others.
Oh no.
Birds are the other ones.
Hey, Hero, is Click Clack and Mr. Norvian all right? They seem to be a little indisposed.
Okay.
That's what happens when you party too hard, I'm guessing.
You got to beat an 11. Anyone who was 11 or up.
Not me.
Okay. Looks like Phil got a 12.
Nobody
not
else
me.
is paying attention.
Not.
No, I'm dimming the lights for them. That way they don't have to like struggle as much.
It could either be guilt, fear, or anxiety, but you're not sure which one it is.
Miss Click Clack there, you seem to be a little out of sorts right now. You okay? Lights kind of bothering you?
I don't know what Lathier gave me last night, but I'd never had it before and I shouldn't do that again.
Oh yeah, no, we always recommend not taking taking candies from strangers.
But he's not a
I've known Click Clack
stranger,
longer than I've known you.
and it was
It's
drugs,
not
not
technically
candy. Technically, yes. Because I've never heard of you before, but I've known Lathier here for, 2-3 years now?
About 3 years now. Yeah, we've been hanging out for about 3 years now.
Oh, well, you
Wait.
see, I didn't have the contextual background, so...
Wait. Lathier, how long were you gone from us for?
I lost contact with you guys for about 3.5 years.
what?
So I'm guessing when you disappeared, you went into the Feywild, and we're just on. That's a whole different time, right?
But yeah. We were all going to go to the Feywild anyways. I just kind of made a jump on it.
You know, everybody at the carnival, like Witch and Light, made it sound like it was not your choice to go to the wild, and that you ended
Hey,
up
check
here
your Facebook.
by somebody else's actions.
I mean, I was going to go anyways, but, you know, it's one of those, like, they just got me there quicker.
Was it the small children?
No, I don't believe so. It all just kind of happened really quick. They kind of bagged and tagged me. And then I got away from them when they let their guard down. And then I found the inn about 4 months later.
So
3.5
you've been running
years.
this place for 2-3 years,
About 3, yeah.
and nobody's come back to claim it.
Things in the Feywild are kind of wonky. Property is kind of a loose term here.
Right.
You kind of take ownership for a little bit, then after a while you give it up.
Wait. I guess my question is, did you fight somebody off when they came and tried to claim it?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say that would make a lot of sense with what we woke up to today, but I guess never mind then.
No, it was just kind of sitting there, and I walked in because I wanted some food.
So is that something you do everywhere, or just in the Feywild? You just like walk into a house, and if it's unlocked, it's yours?
I mean,
Oh,
if there's nobody in there.
it's weird. In order for the rules to... Oh god, my head. In order for the rules to apply, there needs to be a clear owner, and... I've been crashing at this place for quite a while. The guy that owns it is just kind of... He left one day and he never came back.
Must have just wanted to travel.
Somebody
5
needed to
minutes.
run it.
Oh, he said
He
5
didn't
minutes.
even
this
say
time.
goodbye. He was, close to the only family I had. And then
We'll find him
Victor came
quickly.
along. Well, I don't know if he wants to be found.
Did he say
I
his
think he
name?
would have written. Huh?
Do you know his name?
I just called him the innkeeper. He thought it was cute, I guess. But there's that contract on the wall that he kept bragging about.
Can we inspect said contract?
Can I investigate the contract?
It is a contract, oddly enough. It's in most of you can read this. If you can read Sylvan, you can read the contract.
Oh well, I'm fucked.
Basic contract. Oddly enough, between a man, the name is a little smudged. You can't really read it. But between an obviously humanoid thing, you're not sure what race by handwriting, obviously. The other party is the inn itself.
God.
This
Like I
is
said, if you feed the inn and you treat it well and you keep it clean and well stocked, it generally does what you need it to.
It's the inn chooses its owner.
Okay. Can I get another cup of coffee? This is
Of course. And I'm going to hand you a bigger cup.
Thank you. Thank you.
More, please. Me as well,
Of
please.
course.
Thank you.
Would you like some cheese too, Norvian?
flask.
Maybe something to kind of help settle your stomach?
Yes, please.
And I'm just like shoving like rolls in front of Ventura as well. Just like, here you go, buddy.
I
know you're more of a bread
actually put the cheese in the coffee like an idiot. 'Cause I'm not really paying attention.
Hey man, depending on the cheese, that's actually not bad.
Yeah.
the
Sorry.
cheese and the coffee. But Clack has heard Ganta's screaming that food will be ready in like 5 minutes. So she grumpily gets up and pads her way over with the intention of asking if there's anything she can do to help. She gets the wrong door.
Oh no.
You hear a splash as she falls in the swimming pool.
Can she swim?
Not well.
Click, click. No, that's the pool, honey.
Does she have her great sword still chained?
No, it's
Or battle axe, excuse me?
she'd I don't remember if I'd mentioned, but she'd taken it off when everyone started like partying and drinking, and there
Gotcha.
isn't a threat of active combat.
Okay.
Does she have her floaties?
Oh
No.
no.
I'm gonna wade into the swimming pool and be like, okay, come on. And just kinda like scoop her out.
She's 2 feet tall, so you're barely into the deep end. You're like knee deep in water. You're just it's like holding a wet cat that isn't completely trying to murder you.
I just have
Okay.
I just have an image in my head of her just face down in the water floating and just bubbles.
Be like, if you sit still, I can dry you off. You need to chill though.
You do not
Well-
recognize the bodies in the water.
You see Click Clack just do this as Lathier goes to dry her off. This is obviously not the first time this has happened.
Are you like patting her dry, or are you using press?
Prestidigitation.
He was waiting for that. He was waiting.
I love how that's just the prestidigitation noise now.
It was supposed to be click clack's nat one sound effect, but now it's just press.
Honestly, click clack could have womp womp.
Womp womp. I'll make another one for her.
If anything, I'm kind of simultaneously casting prestidigitation and thaumaturgy to keep her warm too.
You can hear the scales rattling as she shivers.
There, come on. The pool is cold in the mornings. Remember, you gotta be careful.
Act like it was on purpose. Will you take me to see Mr. Ganta, please?
Of course, and I'm just gonna pick her up and put her on my shoulder and walk through.
When you get to the kitchen, she doesn't even get off Lather's shoulder.
Mr. Ganta came to help. Good job.
Actually, yeah, I could use your help. And I'll give her Ventura's fruit salad. Can you go and give this to Mr. Azul, please?
He has to hold it kind of like this because the bowl is relatively large in comparison. She very heavy foots her way out the door. Now that she's, paying a little more attention, she gets it right this time. She has spent quite a bit of time in this inn. As she places the bowl in front of you, Azul, a grape comes off with her claw. You're not sure if it's on purpose or not, but she and her little grape snack make her way.
I don't care.
And I'll grab the rest of the food.
I'll ask if
make my way to the
serving out.
No, I appreciate it. Actually, I could use your help. Make it to where I don't get lost again.
Just go straight to this door. You'll be fine.
I'm following where you go.
Okay.
All right.
And I just walk out the door.
I'm like half a foot behind him.
The door hasn't even shut yet. You are on Lather's ass.
Yep, 100%. Because I don't know the pattern. I'm where he goes, I go.
But Phil told you the pattern.
I told you twice.
Did he though?
Motherfucker.
Okay, I need you guys to appreciate one thing. So when that happened, I hadn't actually prepped jack shit. So the two things that I wrote down was where we were starting and where the kitchen was. Because Ganta only needed to roll where the kitchen was or where the kitchen wasn't. So out of everything that could have happened, you still fucking rolled the right thing. That makes me so incredibly happy.
Oh yeah. So what you see with Ganta, everyone, it's like one of those big waiter serving trays, and there's a plate for everybody. It's effectively like a supreme omelet. It's got onions, tomatoes, diced peppers, ham, cheese, eggs, some biscuits with some with a little serving tray of gravy, and then on the second tray is assorted drinks for everybody. Some morning teas, a fresh pot of coffee, some milk, freshly squeezed orange juice, and for Azul specifically, sparkling water and fruit salad.
I had to send a message.
I'll lay it out on the table and start dishing out the meals.
Did you say what kind of potatoes Click Clack got?
Oh, sorry. I gave her kind of like a shepherd's pie, but like a breakfast. So it's got a little bit of diced sausage, it's mostly potatoes, cheesy potatoes, diced sausages, some peppers, some thyme, a little bit of garlic butter.
That actually sounds really good, damn it.
I know. I make it at home.
I want one now. Send me the recipe.
It's my own recipe. No.
Yeah. 5-minute food break because we're all hungry now.
I wouldn't be against it.
We just need to start scheduling snack breaks around when Ganta's going to be cooking.
Yes, we do.
There's a reason I always have a snack nearby when we play, because who
Right.
knows?
Well, I hope you all enjoy. Please dig in, and I'll go over to Click-Lag, put her in like her metaphorical booster seat.
You grab
your
her right
utensil.
as she's about to face plant into the dish. But you,
Nope,
you
nope,
catch
nope,
her, she's
we're
about to
proper.
just ignore silverware again.
We're gonna do this properly. I know you're of age. We're gonna do this properly, and I'll sit her down, and I'll.
But it's extra steps. Fine.
She grabs a
If you're gonna
spoon,
eat,
but it's a serving
That's-
spoon.
it's perfectly fine. Baby steps.
And
That's all she can take.
it won't even completely fit in her mouth, but she does her best.
I appreciate it. Let's try to keep the mess on the plate.
No acknowledgement as to whether or not she's heard you.
I'll take that as a compliment. So please dig in. I'm going to head back into the kitchen and finish up.
Does your meal have any special effects this time, or is it just food?
Nope. Just
Just
food.
food?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tackle.
Chef's feet. Let me pull up chef's feet.
While he's doing that, you're gonna see Hero walk over from his little spot in the corner, looking out the window, and he's gonna make his plate and then walk back to his spot in the corner and sit down.
Nice. You all
That
get
is
6
fair.
extra temporary hit points. So if you had temporary hit points before, they're gone, but you have 6 temporary hit points.
Same.
So Hero's gonna not interact with anybody, grab his food, and go sit back in the corner with his coffee, just staring out the window, eating.
I'm gonna get a bowl of fruit and just kind of idly pick through it and sit across from Mr. Hero.
Not at a table.
I can stand.
He's just gonna stand across from me.
Just
Menacingly.
eat in front of you.
Menacingly.
Just like,
Prolonged eye
Where-
contact.
Can I?
Where did you place Click Clack? Where is Click Clack currently?
I put her in the center of the dining room table. So like
Okay,
the
so
center
she's just
seated
sitting-
area.
Okay, so is she sitting on the table?
No, she's in like the equivalent of a booster seat,
Got you.
like a bar stool.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. As she gets some more like carbs and some stuff in her to get her going, she starts kind of coming back to life again and is like asking if people want to share some of the pot pie because she is just gushing about how amazing this food is again.
Oh, she also gets the temporary hit points too.
Remind me how many? I was answering questions.
6.
Yeah, Hero's just gonna be doing his best to ignore Phil staring at him and ignoring everybody else in the room, just looking, just like off in his own world out the window, just like.
Like everyone.
making it very
roll
difficult.
perception for
I'm-
me.
Oh yeah.
I'm eating loudly.
Sorry, what?
I'd like everyone to roll perception for me. Lathier, roll to be discreet.
I roll with disadvantage.
am I rolling stealth or sleight of hand?
Whichever you think is best fit.
Probably sleight of hand. Well, they're the same score, anyways.
Did you net
18.
20 it, Phil?
Play your
I
sound.
did.
Play your sound.
Anyone who
I'm
met
happy to send photo proof.
a meter beat on Nate's 18, you see Lathier nibble at the arrow. You don't know why.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought nothing of that. You see, collectively up to this point, he's a strange guy.
You see it, but don't
I
question
feel like, okay,
it.
It's just the two awkward people in the corner just.
like, for nobody even needs to check. Like, if you want to like deeper look into it, but for the most part, you can obviously tell Hero's just trying to not be involved with everybody to the best of his abilities while in the corner. You know, just surface level, you can obviously tell he's kind of icing everybody out at the moment.
Nate, simultaneously give me a nature check.
Ooh, that's a good one. 22.
Artificial, but not in the man-made kind of way. You don't know how to explain it. This is natural-grown wood, but somehow it's artificial.
It's not a naturally occurring wood. It's like a bastardization type thing.
Mhm.
Is it kind of like plywood almost? In that it's made up of wood, but it's not like...
For
Like
all
compost.
intents and purposes, this should be a regular wooden arrow. Dryad stuff aside. You know it's not. And you can't explain why or how.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna walk out to the patio. Or what's left of it. And I am going to... Oh, Jesus. Is the inn in full standing mode, or is it still in like hunched down mode that it usually is at night?
It's in its little hunched chicken mode.
Okay. I'm gonna hop down off of the patio, walk out a little bit, and I'm going to cast Shatter on the arrow.
Okay.
At least it got away from everybody this time.
Does it do anything? Is there like any sort of like rebound or feedback or anything?
It splinters.
Okay.
But perception, please.
Jeez. You said perception. Oh, that's not bad. 11.
It shatters.
I'm going to look back towards the front door. Is there any sort of reply?
To be clear, you're looking back towards the inn or away from the inn?
Back towards the inn.
No.
Okay. Are there any tracks around that I can see?
Survival.
18.
18. There's some marks on the trees, but you don't see any footprints.
Okay. I'm going to bring up Eldritch Sight again and see if I can detect magic towards the tree line.
You do. An active source that is still there until you watch it flip and vanish in front of your Eldritch Sight face. Whatever was there seems to have blinked out of existence.
Okay. I'm going to not run, but I'm going to like power walk back to the inn, open the door again, and go, okay, guys, inn's going to be moving. Where do we need to be going?
Mike.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
That was for my own head of Lathier going fuck.
Stupid.
Like I said, Hero's not gonna hear Lathier ask that question. He's just staring out the window in his own little world.
Ganta can't hear anything.
So it's up to the rest of y'all.
Norvian is slowly eating his food with his face almost in it, not paying attention.
I've heard you so much today.
Wait, what'd you say, Lathier?
The inn is moving. Where are we moving to? We need to get going. Immediately.
Right now?
Now. I'm going to start the process of getting the chicken hut moving.
Well, if we go to the Slanty Tower, that's pretty big. Maybe we can see more about what happened to the inn?
Oh, I'm pretty well aware of what might have happened to the inn. That's why we need to go now.
Whoa.
Click-clack is going to immediately go and start strapping on her warhammer, her war axe. She is not thrilled with Lathir's tone. She, like...
Lathir's basically unhooking his spear from his backpack and just kind of like setting it down on the bar, and I'm like, okay, time to get the hut moving.
As Lathir starts to Howl's Moving Castle, this Baba Yaga hut.
That can't be good for the table.
So what happens with just for my meta, like, because Ganta's in the kitchen cleaning. What happens?
Feel what happened with the outside, or what happens when you start to move?
When he starts to move.
Imagine standing in a relatively well-stabilized mobile kitchen while it's moving.
Okay, so like a roach coach.
Kinda. Actively moving while you're trying to do anything. Like, you feel kind of a lurch as it gets started. Then things even out pretty easily. Easily.
Everything on the counters just kind of like shift over a couple of inches. So I'll like poke my head around the corner, hoping that it's the main the main hall. I don't know if I have to roll to see if it's the main hall or not, because I don't have Lathir to guide me.
Zool, you said your passive perception is 15?
15.
You are able to spot as the hut begins to move, and as it stands up, you catch a glimpse out the window of the Slanty Tower. Sleeping outside the door are 2 giant constrictor snakes. As the balloon, which you are absolutely certain contained living beings, is hanging from the top of the Slanty Tower. This tower is about 50 feet tall.
Guys, I think I see something slithery down there.
I rolled a 2 to see if it was the main hall. I don't know if it's the main hall.
It's the main hall. For the most part, the inn likes fucking with click-clack, but for the most part, it is not putting any energy into screwing with people, so you're good.
Okay. Lathir, I know this is your domain and this is your place. I don't mean disrespectful, but can you please explain to me why everything started moving? I know this is a moving inn, but did you do this, or is it just a thing that happens during the day? I need guidance.
Yes, we are moving now.
So everything's fine. I don't need to buckle down.
Fine is doing a lot of work in that sentence there.
Right.
We're going to the tower. Just acknowledge that.
I acknowledged.
Okay. If you want to get travel rations ready, just in case the tower decides to walk away from us when we're not in it.
I can make some. Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you.
And I'll go back to the best that I can with the because I know for a fact the ingredients are different than the ones at the Hearth. So I'll try to make my fancy rations like I did last time.
Roll sleight of hand for me just so I can see how well.
Question. Phil, are you still just like staring down Hero eating a bowl of fruit? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Do something.
Norvian, click-clack, she's definitely feeling better. She finishes her food and she hops down from the... legitimately has to kind of jump down from the bar stool. She walks over and places a small mushroom next to your hand.
Hey, I know you probably don't want mushrooms. This one's different from last night. These kind of help.
I rolled a 10.
What's it do?
Kind of like a hangover cure. You look like you have a little something in your head.
So I'll grab the mushroom, pat click clack on the head, and just eat it. No more questions asked.
She tosses a couple in her mouth as well and just continues on. You rolled a what?
10.
10? Yeah. It's not exactly the same, but with the experience you have, you would imagine that this would make something relatively similar.
Yeah, like if I've never made a ham sandwich, but I've made turkey sandwiches, it'd probably be in that family.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like you find your red meat, you find the Feywild equivalent.
Okay. So we have fancy rations.
Lots of kale.
And then, of course, Azul's specifically is vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
Even
rabbit.
more kale.
I'm a rabbit.
So then I'll finish that up. Probably takes me 10 minutes. And I will go back to the main hall and I will give everybody their fancy rations. They're kind of like, they're a little bit, they're like maybe twice the size of like finger sandwiches.
Okay.
But they've been wrapped up in a salted parchment to keep everything fresh.
Okay, fantastic.
And and for convenience, we'll say you each have 4.
Go ahead. Does Click-Clack have those 4 as well?
Yes.
4 rations.
So for Click-Clack, it would probably be the equivalent of 8.
8 servings. And remind me how much what happened with those?
It's just a flavor thing. They're just rations, but Gaunt's rations. They're just flavor rations.
Gotcha.
There's no mechanical improvement.
I'm gonna say 6 because she's
Okay.
small. She's not tiny.
Okay. Lathia.
Yes.
Honestly, Ventura as well. Can I borrow you in the kitchen? I have some questions for something about the future.
Yeah.
While we're traveling.
Yes.
All right,
Azul,
mate.
you said something about snakes.
Yeah. There's just like a couple of slithery snakes out there near the tower.
Sneaking little.
You don't see the like fur standing up?
About how far away?
They are about 10 feet in front of the 10 feet. I'm sorry. They're right in front of the door of the Slanty Tower. There is
Like
about
guards?
kind of, yeah. There are about 30 feet of difficult terrain brambles between the roadside and the tower. The brambles
So we probably have like
stop-
another. Go ahead.
The brambles stop 10 feet from the tower, so once you hit the road, you're about 40 feet from the tower.
So we got probably about another minute or two before we touch ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Gentlemen, I want to try something a little different. I've always wanted to make some new and interesting things, but I never had a motivation. But I do now. Can I tell you some items and see if they register with you?
Sure.
By all means.
Oh, this is just Ventura and Lathier.
Feywild people.
You're still
Feywild
creeping me out. You're still creeping me out. Don't worry, you're still there.
Prolonged eye contact.
He already finished his food and he's just looking at you.
It's just an empty bowl now.
He's still pretending to eat out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's like 2 pieces of strawberry. I'm just like playing with them at this point.
Picks it up and drops it back in just to keep going.
So I've found what I believe is moonlit river water, but the rest of the things I'm not entirely sure. We've come across a couple of different things. I can't figure out how to label them, and I'll read off from memory. I need some pixie dust mushrooms, will-o-wisp essence, everdew sprigs, and unicorn's bane root.
Well, the mushrooms we have on hand.
Yeah,
Is it one of these in the pantry?
Yeah, we should have about a half pound left over. I don't think you used those last night.
Do you mind if I grab them?
I don't care.
All right. So I've got pixie dust mushrooms and moonlit river water. And the other three, the will-o-wisp, the everdew, and the unicorn's bane root. Does any of that ring a bell?
You ran into will-o-wisps in the Feywild.
Yep.
They introduced themselves as will-o-wisps.
Mm-hmm. Still don't have an essence.
Understood. Make sure.
We never did anything with it because we just found this recipe last night.
Just making sure you remember you do know what those are.
Yeah.
Well, the will-o-wisp essence is probably going to be the most difficult part. But the other stuff should be relatively easy to acquire.
Yeah, we should be able to find those around.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what they look like. I would imagine a root looks like a root, and sprigs look like sprigs. But I know there's specific kinds, and I don't know where they come from.
DM, would there be an ingredient book somewhere in the tavern that shows kind of like what those ingredients look like?
Like in the
Well, there's a
library.
library.
Yeah. Library.
There's a library.
And I know
I'm
we're
gonna-
pressed for time.
Nudge.
Maybe we could. That's why I asked if we only had like a minute or two left.
It's fair.
I know we're pressed for time. Do you think there will be a chance that we can come back to the library once we're after we reach our destination?
If the bar hasn't walked away from us by that point, it kind of does what it wants.
That's
Do we
fair.
have enough time to just run in there and just quick peruse and grab it to go? Is that a thing?
Nate, roll a d20 and I'll decide if you roll well or not.
Yeah, let's take just picture in your mind.
Natural 19.
Yep, that's enough. That'll do it. You're not quite sure what the content of the books is, but you remember several botany books that you'd been looking at just a couple weeks ago. You'd forgotten to put them back on the shelves. They're just laying out on the table in front of the couch in the library.
I like the illustrations. They were very pretty.
Picture.
Would you have an issue with me borrowing it?
Should be okay as long as they do eventually get returned to the library.
I'll take a library card if I have to. I'll pay for it.
I don't think it's a matter of the card. I think it's just the collection belongs to the bar.
I never want to keep. I just want to use. Just like I told your chef here last night. I don't want to steal. Don't want to keep. I just want to use.
Okay. Sounds like a plan to me.
Just borrowing is the term.
Speaking of that chef, did anyone check for them?
I would imagine they just weren't in the kitchen.
I was curious, but I never went to look for them.
Usually when I do the bell, they come out and get coffee, so I was a little curious about it.
They did. They've been incredibly quiet.
I'm going to go look for them real quick then.
You
Do we want to say that I just have the botany book?
Yeah, you have the botany book.
Thank you.
It is part of a set. You only have one book, so this is not a complete set,
Gotcha.
but it's better than you had before.
Do we have a meta on how many books there are? Is it like series 1 of 4 or something like that?
I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say 4.
Okay.
Just we'll have
One.
the D4 to see if it's in that book whenever you try to find something.
All right. I just put 1 of 4 botany book.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Lathier, as you approach the door of the staff quarters, please roll to investigate.
Okay. That's a 9.
It's a door. It's absurdly quiet, but it's a door.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
It's a door.
I go to open it.
It's unlocked. And as you open the door,
They're all dead.
actually they are.
Oh fuck! I was kidding. Oh no.
I kind of figured. I was like, yeah.
I mean,
Seems that whoever had been trying to get inside had made it through the window in the staff quarters. They had not been able to break the ward on the door in what they considered to be a reasonable amount of time, so they left. Could not get past the ward on the servant quarters door, but they are viciously ripped to pieces. And later you find several of the same arrows in that room. Specifically, I'm going to use your successful rolls from before because it's the same thing, just in a different location. It looks specifically like Eldritch Blast had been used.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to. Oh, I don't really have a lot I can do on this. I'm going to use the light cantrip and kind of make it brighter and see if I can see any additional details.
The couple footprints you can see, the depth and size of them look to be a medium-sized creature, but that's all you can figure out. As the rest of you walk into this room, and I'm sure Lathier's reaction probably would have alerted you. Is anyone following, or are we just letting Lathier get traumatized by himself?
So what did the mushroom do?
The mushroom, you don't feel completely better, but you are a functionable, manageable level of hungover now. It did make it better. It didn't like cure you, but you do feel a little better.
Okay. So how loud was Lathier's reaction? Like, would it be something I'd obviously hear even still hungover, or?
Lathier?
It wasn't so much as like an exclamation. It was just a, damn it.
Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be paying enough attention to that to really care still.
Yeah. For a point of order, he would have gotten the book for me. I probably would have looked like skimmed through it for maybe a few seconds and then made my way back to the main hall.
Okay.
I would have followed them.
Fondled or followed?
Both.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
fair question.
Yes, both.
With Azul, yeah.
Azul,
God,
as
mate,
you walk
Jesus,
in,
we gotta put that thing away sometimes.
as you are a druid, you are very familiar with dryads, and you get the same weird feeling about these arrows that Lathier did.
Lathier?
Yes.
What is happening?
If I had to guess, Dark Druid or Dark Dryads, corrupted maybe.
Huh.
Is everything all right? I'll meander over because I see Azul and Lathier kind of looking serious. Is everything all right?
Good
We're
news,
all
bad
right.
news. The good news is you don't have to worry about intruding on the kitchen anymore. The bad news is the staff is all dead. Ripped to shreds.
Shred.
And shot full of arrows.
I put the botany book with my grimoire bag, and I kind of like plow through both of you to go and see because those were cooks, those were chefs.
Ganta, as you open the door, you see the chef that gave up his kitchen to you last night pinned to the wall with an arrow through his neck.
Help me get him down, please.
You'll see about like this weird, ominous like tension in my shoulders, and then you'll start to see steam coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
And then I blow it out, and then come back to. Sorry, Latha, you were saying?
Let's get them down and deal with this.
Okay. I reach into my back pocket and pull out my cloth gloves, the equivalent of like rubber gloves for when you're messing with meat, and start helping you.
Lather's just going there barehanded. He's just like,
Same.
Because it is
I have magic to make this easier.
because it's through a person this time. How are you getting the arrow out of the wall?
I'm going to break the shaft of the arrow, pull him off of it, and then try to wiggle the rest of the arrow off.
Okay, I'll say that works. I won't make you make a strength check because 1, you have help. 2, you're not trying to pull an arrow backwards through human flesh.
Yeah, that doesn't work super well.
And then I'll
Well, it depends on the arrow.
I'll meander over to the other cooks and specifically try my best to make sure to remember their faces before I cover their faces.
Of the faces that you
cover the face.
can see.
Yep. I know I'm not going to be able to recognize all of them, but I'm going to try my best.
At least it looks like the death was quick.
Okay.
Bill, have you come back to look at any of this, or are you still just staring at Hero eating your fruit salad? Do you still
I
have
feel like I'm
fruit salad
invested.
left?
It's gone.
What are
It's
you
gone by now.
invested in? What are you invested in?
So we just have half the party who's done nothing the entire session.
I just lost in your eyes, heroes.
I'm not even looking at him.
He's lost in the
Like-
concept of your
Like,
eyes.
this is legitimately like if a window's here, Heroes just.
After
Intentionally not looking at him.
Yes.
after I put the last, I guess, tablecloth on the face, I'll stand up and I'll turn around, put my head down, and I'll bum rush Lathier, and I'll grab him by the scruff and push him up against the wall.
You're gonna want to let me go too.
I'm tired of these fucking games, mate. This is yours. No more tricks, no more puns, no more games, no more plays, no more nothing. Tell me what the fuck is going on here.
Let go of me. This is the most serious you've ever seen, Lathier.
This is the most serious you've ever seen Ganta. And this is not Chad Denate, I promise. I love you, buddy.
No, I know, man.
Ganta will remember this.
Yeah, Ganta. Lathier will remember this. We've gone through so much bullshit and shenanigans, and you seem to be the one that have all the fucking answers.
Bill, your dad senses go off as you start to hear the children argue.
They're dead, and you can just stand there. These were people. These were your people. Hardworking people.
People die. It happens. Welcome to the
They die, but
Feywild.
not like fucking this.
Actually, this happens a lot more than you'd think. That's
I'm
why we
gonna
have to move.
I'm gonna tap
One hand on Ganta's shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna grab onto whatever he's wearing and pull over. It's the Feywild. It happens a lot.
Now say, Mr. Ganta, I'm gonna politely.
I'm feeling defeated because the reasoning is reasoning, and Ganta just doesn't accept it, but feels defeated. He'll let him go. Fix him. Sorry,
gonna-
buddy. Fix them.
I'm gonna pat you on your cheek and be like, "It's only gonna get darker from here, buddy."
Bill, you
Shut
keep
up.
a very small hand on the side of your, meticulously pressed khaki pants. Because somehow you were able to do that in the Feywild. You see, look down. And you see Click Clack.
Mr. Gordon?
Mr. Gordon's gone, buddy.
Wait there, why is Mr. Gordon under a sheet? I recognize that outline.
You know that arrow I was messing with earlier, buddy?
Yeah?
Some very bad people came in last night, and they went after Mr. Gordon.
I'll look at Click Clack, and then I'll look at everybody. And then I'll meet eyes with Lathier. That's why that's not supposed to happen. And I'll slam the door behind me.
She has not left the room yet. You hear a small clatter. Can any of you still see her?
Yes.
She has pulled Gordon's chef knife out of his personal effects and stashed it in her bag.
Okay. I'm going to look at her and go, now hold on to that and keep it oiled and sharp.
He just nods, looks back, pats his head, and walks out.
Okay.
Like you can hear those of you watching her, like her head's down, her like she droops, and you can hear as the scales of her tail are dragging against the wooden floor.
I'm going to look at Phil and go, help me get these out. We need to bury them.
That shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, they're all fairly small, so we should be able to get one each cleared out pretty quickly.
The house come to rest alongside the road as you are all able to drag the bodies out, you get things buried, you get everything in order. Before you go inspect Slanty Tower, is there anything else you're going to do?
I'm going to check their room to see if they had anything, any reason why they were targeted specifically.
No. It's just, do you know they were targeted specifically?
No, but Lather's just kind of operating off of an assumption that because they were the only ones super affected.
Okay. No, it's a regular room. It's their shit, their lives. This is where they lived.
Ganta will go to the kitchen. If he's got a roll for it, he will. But Ganta will go to the kitchen and just look for any kind of like handwritten recipes. Anything with a cook or a chef's name on them, something.
Investigation at advantage.
So it would be a straight roll. Investigation. 7.
Only find one.
I'm furious.
You only find one. Well, not one recipe. You find one recipe book. But this isn't a book. This is a journal. This is Gordon's journal. While a lot of these aren't complete recipes, it's more like notes on how he prefers to do things. Given your years of experience, it's enough for you to work with.
Okay. Gordon's journal. I'll skim through it, and I'll see Gordon's name, and tuck it away, and grab that orange, and
the one that you grabbed last night?
Yep, and just stare at it.
Okay.
And then I'll make my way over to the back to the main hall.
So while everybody was inside dealing with the kitchen and the dead kitchen staff and everything, once the house stopped moving, Hero made his way outside and hopped down off the broken front step.
Hero, you see Click Clack collecting the arrows.
Hero's gonna look over at Click Clack, think about saying something for a second, and then turn and walk away, walk off a little bit, and just be staring up at the sky, hands in his pockets, just Again, still in his own little world. Can you stop, cat?
I'm gonna finalize setting the bodies out of the.
Hero, you hear a voice speak in your ear. It's as if someone has cast Whisper, very similar to. Oh wait, that was Ganta. That was not you. Never mind. I'm sure you'd be familiar with Whisper. Excuse me, I am in a bit of a bind, as you can observe. I, Sir Talivar, as one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants, ask that you free me. You see, I was in the midst of a daring escape from the vile Bavlorna Blightstraw when our balloon was set upon by an ill wind and sent plummeting to its current, unfortunate location. My pilot, the Honorable Wigglewog, did not survive, and I've been trapped up here for quite a while now. Help me, I must tell my queen of the fall of Grismere.
Can I respond? I can't remember if I can respond with Whisper or not.
You can respond.
Okay. All he's gonna hear is a heavy sigh coming from Hero's mouth and be like, I imagine we're gonna be up there soon, don't worry.
Do be careful, there are 2 serpents asleep in the brambles just outside the tower door. If you awaken them, they might put the squeeze on you, or worse, devour me.
Oh my god, these people talk too much. Hero's just gonna continue staring off into space until everybody's kind of like looks like they're ready to get moving. So until then, he's just still in his own little world.
So, Mr. Hero there.
Yeah.
Don't mean to sneak up on you quiet like, just
It's okay, Lathier does it all the time.
He does.
He does do
that
that.
to Hero a lot for some reason.
Hey, Phil,
Because it's fun. He likes watching you jump.
will you roll deception for me?
Hey.
absolutely. Although you're asking a bard to a College of Lore bard to roll deception.
Yeah, I was like,
Do you want a hand job? Yeah.
19.
Okay, you're good.
I don't like that. I'm supposed to say that. You ain't gonna roll insight. I don't like that.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like, huh?
You don't like the I'm good or the HJ? Like, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, I'm so sorry, Nate. That wasn't towards you, I promise.
No, you're good, man. I run a roleplay heavy game, dude. Trust me, this is fine.
I love you.
Try again.
So ever since we got here, you've been a little bit of a prickly Peter porcupine there, and I'm just.
You just hear Lathier say, "He's been an asshole."
Well, yeah, no, that's some strong language there, but I got to agree, you are being a bit of a donkey's rear end.
Oh damn! I would have seen myself in the reflection of the stained glass, or the
Who is
I am-
that chef I see staring straight
back.
at? You gotta edit that out. We can't do Disney lyrics. They're monsters.
We didn't
No,
have
they
10
roll.
seconds. We didn't have 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
God.
But no, I would have seen myself on the kitchen stuff. He would have done the whole like soul searching thing, I guess. So I would have seen my reflection.
Just I'm just gonna look over my shoulder and just be like, and
I know you got a lot going on. And fair enough, so do the most of us. However, we can't help you if you don't make a space for us to be able to do so. We can't share any time or meals with you if you don't sit at the table with us. What I'm basically trying to say is you can't grow a tree in a lake. You know what I mean?
Well, I've never needed help before.
That might be true. But have you ever been to the Feywild before this?
Honestly, compared to what I've been dealing with here, I've been through worse. There's a part of me that wishes that I didn't have to wait for you all.
Kind of cut sling load and run free and get where you're going pretty fast, right?
The words.
English. Ha.
Hard language.
There goes the moment.
He's just gonna he's gonna turn back around and look back up into the sky and just been like, well, relying on people has gotten me nothing but trouble. And so far that hasn't changed.
So I guess my question then becomes, have you given them a chance to be reliable? Or have you given them a chance to fail you?
I've given him more chances than I should have.
Azul.
And I don't think I'm going to do that again.
Azul. You hear Click Clack approach. This isn't the same joking, jovial young dragon you're used to. She seems older in a much sobering way. She holds up an arrow and goes,
I've been watching you. I know you're a druid. I need to know what this is, because this isn't like anything I've ever seen.
All right, little one.
Someone
Pick up the
killed
arrow.
my friends, and I am going to end them.
and she just walks away.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the arrow and inspect it.
As you're doing that, she walks over and go ahead and roll nature for me. She walks over to you, Norvian.
Fighter, right? Been in combat.
Once or twice. What's up?
These aren't like any arrows I've ever seen. It's almost like they were altered. What use could this have? These almost instant arrows? Any spellcaster could combat that extremely easily, but obviously that didn't happen here. I need you to help me figure out what happened.
Well, truth be told, it doesn't seem like they attacked trained warriors. It seemed like mostly workers and cooks and chefs, so I don't know why they chose what they chose, but I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. Would I have any knowledge of these arrows, or
These aren't like any arrows you've seen, and same for you, Azul. I will tell you that right now. Regardless of what your nature check shows, these aren't like any arrows you've seen. We'll get to what you can notice about the wood in a second. Go ahead and investigate the arrow. Roll investigation. While you do that, we're going to jump back to Azul.
Yeah.
Nat 20, baby.
This is Dryad magic. But there is some sense of, it's not a polymorph spell. It's similar to a polymorph spell, but you're not sure how. But that spell is very, very old. And it is inlaid into every fiber of this arrow.
Okay.
Kind of like a mass transmutation spell type deal.
Similar.
Phil, did you have anything else to add? Or are we?
No, at that.
We're
Yeah.
done.
All right.
17.
17. You're not sure how, but the only reason this would be not the stupidest idea you've ever heard of is if they were somehow using arrows and magic in a way that complement each other. That's not a technique you've ever really heard of. Like these yes and no. These are not arrows that have spells placed on them, which is what you're used to seeing. This is something else. The spell and the arrow were two almost separate things, but they're separate, but they're not, and you've not seen this before.
Okay, so I'm still standing next to Click Clack, right?
She's kind of walked away at this point. She handed you the arrow. She obviously understands that this is not something that you'll be able to work out right away.
Okay.
But she's left you with an arrow for you to keep inspecting and looking at.
Okay, so once after I've looked at it and inspected it, I'm just gonna put it away. I'm not gonna toss it. I'm just gonna keep it.
As we're at a very heavy moment here, do you want to take a quick tea break? Who needs to pee?
Yes, please. Yes, please. And we're back.
I'm surprised no one made a Phil Trouser Snake joke. That being said, you find yourselves walking towards this, you're standing on this road in front of a bunch of brambles. You've been informed that there are snakes on the other side, and a very small dragon that needs your help. What do you do?
I'm gonna get my torch.
as we're walking, Ganta trails. He's kind of trailing behind, just slightly. He's still with the group, but it's there's a good 5 to 10 foot distance.
Okay.
Hero's going to be walking up front, still not paying attention to everybody. But he's going to be headed toward, knowing because of the voice in his head. He's going to just head towards the bramble, and towards the snakes.
Okay. The snakes are on the other side. They have not woken up yet.
Gentlemen, do we have a method of stealth, or do we just want to go in guns blazing?
I don't think we have to worry much. Snakes can't see you if you don't move.
I don't know if that's true.
I thought they go by smell.
I got something we could try out.
Well, we're all ears. Well, no, you're mostly ears. We're mostly people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all people. Someone else take the floor.
Let me go ahead and cast. Pass without trace.
Okay.
Ooh.
How many can you... I'm not too familiar with that one from the DM's side. What?
So, okay, wait. For the duration, each
It's a range of
choose
effect.
within 30 feet of me has a 10
Okay.
bonus to dexterity stealth check. It can't be tracked except by magical means.
So you're all slightly stealthier.
We're
What does it
all-
look like when you cast it?
You just see a shadow of everybody just...
Oh, I thought we were all just going to be in cardboard boxes.
What's happening?
We're not solid snakes.
Stealth snake. Yeah, solid
Click,
snake.
Click Clack is now magically wrapped in plastic wrap to keep her scales jiggling as she moves. She's just kind of waddling along.
What did you do, mate?
I just cast a little stealthy thing on us.
Right. not the strangest things that's happened today. Lead the way.
Well, isn't that an understatement? As we reach the bramble, I'm going to use my ability to fly. And just fly over the bramble.
Are you activating it again? Because that only lasted for an hour, and it is a different day.
Well, that's only while I have the. That's only while I have the. Well, I thought the flying was separate from the crown activation.
You know,
Never
I'm
mind.
not completely sure. Let's go look at the wording.
Yeah, I thought it was you can activate it for the +5 charisma, but you can just.
I have not considered
Fly.
that. You can sprout a pair of beautiful butterfly wings as long as you have the wings. Okay, yeah, no, it's you have to. It's all the same thing.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind. Then I can't do that. Can I burn the bramble away?
Yes.
All right.
You can try.
Well,
I have a
fire.
flask of oil to make it easier if you want.
Yeah, we could do that. You're just gonna. Hero's gonna look back at everybody, and he's just gonna cast Produce Flame, throwing a fireball, little ball of fire in his hand.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna cover enough space, but it should be able to get rid of some of it.
Let's try.
I'm gonna hold up the flask of oil and I'm just gonna hit it with Eldritch Blast to like scatter the oil.
Well, yeah, that's one way to do it.
Okay, we're gonna start by doing this. Because these brambles are about 30 feet deep. Nate, go ahead and roll a D100 or percentile die, and we'll see what percent of the way you're able to get that oil.
89.
Whew.
Okay, so this, you got it. Pretty much you're just missing the last 5 feet. So you got 25 feet. It's covered in oil.
Basically.
That being said, I would like everyone to roll a stealth.
Okay.
I'm not
Plus
great at
10.
that skill.
Do we have? You said we had a bonus to that.
What's the bonus to it?
It's a
What's
plus
10.
10.
Oh,
Oh, that helps a lot. Then okay.
Yeah.
Plus 10.
17.
Okay.
Another 20.
nice.
Nice. Oh no.
So with
Matt?
grand total, it's 3.
Do you want to fake her?
So
Wait, but you got the +10 too, don't you?
yeah, so it'll be 13.
Oh Jesus! I forgot
It
about
would be
that.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 13's enough. 13's enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit a 16.
Yeah. Even with disadvantage, it's still plus 13 for me.
Meter
When
So I
by
got-
12.
When I Eldritch blasted
28.
the flask of oil, some of the oil got in my eye and I stumbled.
Trip a little.
I got a 28.
Good thing it's a veil of silence and shadows.
Okay.
You just hear me cursing Sylvan.
It's just muffled to everybody else that can't.
Sneaky Stitch.
Yeah.
I got a big old 28.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So we all succeeded our stealth roll.
There we go.
Did Phil? Did you
Phil,
roll
you need to
stealth?
roll stealth.
And
Thank
add a
you.
plus 10.
And plus 10 plus your modifier.
Yeah.
So plus 11 grand total. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Then we're
Still
all
better
good.
than
We
me.
all cool. Let's burn this bitch down.
The snakes stir, but do
Silently.
not wake up.
All right.
And we still got 5 more feet, right?
Yes.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Well,
Can I use my spear to try and clear out some of the brambles?
I got something better, mate. I'll walk over to the bramble and light my foot on fire and just start walking.
Kick, 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 kick.
Stealth, please.
All right. For just him or all of us again?
Anyone
Because I'm doing something
following
that's
him
making
as well.
noise.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm doing something that's making noise. Plus, that's 18. That's with disadvantage.
I got a 15.
I got a 15 total because I rolled a 3.
can roll the 2, and I got a 15 total.
14.
You got 13.
Pass without a trace.
Was anyone
That's
at
good.
11 or below? No?
I don't think we can be.
I think it's impossible.
I think 11
Unless-
is
well,
the
no,
minimum.
you would have to have no modifier and roll it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
11 would be the actual minimum.
Snakes do not wake up.
So I'll just I'll kind of like take wide steps and just kind of stomp out the ground. And I know I'm making noise. That's what the stealth roll was for. I'll just stomp out the ground and kind of make everyone a pathway with my Alua hot foot.
How big are the snakes?
Full on Dolly Slim style.
They're giant beasts.
They're giant.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Are we just walking into the tower?
One does not simply walk into the tower.
Seems like we're doing it.
I'm going to see if there's like some brush away from the brambles that we can like kind of duck into.
Not really. But
Not really, of course.
there is no door on the tower. So it's kind of just an open hole.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to be like, do we need shatter?
I cast airplane.
All right. Do we just keep walking, I guess?
Uh,
I have an idea.
Well, before we continue, there's something I need to get off my chest.
Your tits look great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm a man of my word. I'll say this in front of everybody. I was wrong to put my hands on you.
You're fine. Just don't ever do it again.
I'm telling you this now in case these fucking snakes wake up and devour us. I don't want there to be any bad blood.
Are we whispering? What are we doing?
Yeah,
Not to be
it's
a
a whisper.
Debbie Downer. Not to be a Debbie Downer. Like, not to put a whole nail in this cute moment, but do you really think this is the time?
I do.
Okay. Fucking human connections. All right.
I'm going to like pull everybody close and be like, so I can use thaumaturgy and cause a sound to come from around the other side of the tower if we want to do that.
Maybe we could just try keep walking. They're asleep. We literally just lit brambles on fire and they didn't wake up. I feel like we're doing okay.
I just wanted to propose it as an option. This way we're not rolling anything out.
I just don't want to overcomplicate what could be a very simple matter.
Are you wanting it to be simple because this is your territory of expertise?
What? I'm unsure of what you mean by that.
Well, you've said multiple times that you're a fighter and you fought monsters for years. Is this just a way for you to fight?
No. This is. If I can avoid a fight, I'll avoid a fight. They're not endangering anybody. I just don't think waking them up is the best idea.
What were you
How
going to say?
tall is the tower? How tall is the tower?
It is 50 feet tall and 20 feet around.
And we're just trying to get to the top?
It slants. I'm going to say you can see kind of through the door. The only thing inside the tower is a set of spiral stairs that you can see so far.
Would it be possible for us to get onto the stairs?
If you can walk through the front door, yes.
Are the snakes like asleep around the tower? Like we would have to crawl over them?
Small snake pile relatively close to the entrance, but they're not blocking the entrance.
Gotcha.
They're like guard lions on the sides or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then I have another option. Is there anything in the tower we are looking for specifically?
Apart from the prisoner?
Lather doesn't know anything about that.
We
So.
don't know.
Oh yeah, nobody. I haven't told anybody about that.
Oh, that's great.
It's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Then you
So
wouldn't
we're just
know.
going to a tower.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't know.
Wait, Lather, was that you asking the party
Yeah.
or was? Oh, okay. That's in character. Gotcha. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
The reason I started heading this way is some guy used mind speak, and he's stuck up in the tower, and I figured might as well go save him because that kind of seems like the thing we do.
It is kind of our motif.
Yeah.
How far away is the doorway from where we are?
You're 5-ish feet from the door. 5 to 10. Let me clarify. The edge of the brambles is 10 feet from the door.
Okay.
So I was not completely keeping track of how far you guys walked. I thought you'd moved a little bit kind of along the edge as well. But the entrance to the tower is 10 feet from the edge of the brambles.
Okay. And then
So,
the
like,
snakes
right
are
there.
sleeping wrapped around the tower, correct?
Not wrapped around, they're just kind of off to the
Just
side.
on the side.
They're in a
Okay.
snake pile, but there is not a lot of room.
So like single line it.
You have to be very careful.
Very, very quiet.
Okay.
Rabbits.
Yeah.
Well, then I propose we just walk in then, because if we're that close and they
still
haven't
haven't
noticed us
awakened.
yet, then we could probably move in.
I concur.
That's kind of where my thought process was.
Yeah, very
One
good.
more stealth check then.
All right, one more. Let's go.
All right.
Roll higher than a 5, you piece of garbage. Yay!
Was it a 6?
I rolled like a big boy this time.
13.
25.
28.
Damn,
A
Spencer.
natural 20, but I have to roll at disadvantage,
Oh,
so it goes to an 18.
It's still
32.
enough. We good.
32.
32. Jesus.
Yeah.
If I could keep that natural 20, it would be a 33.
DC 12.
Okay.
Oh, so you had to get that one.
I got
With no mod.
really lucky on that one then, because that was a nat 1.
Ooh.
But with pass without a trace and my modifier, that's technically a 14.
Dang, it's such a great
It's a
spell.
good thing you don't auto fail on skill checks.
Right?
Yeah, no, you're very lucky that I think auto failing is a dumb fucking rule and I choose not to follow it.
Because I also am lucky I have a +3, because if I had no modifier at all, I would have failed. Or a +1, I would have failed.
And then everyone would have thought you did it on purpose.
Oh yeah, no,
after
100%.
saying-
Gato would have been like, you bitch.
Yeah, I'm over
Yeah.
here suspicious. Like he
Yeah,
might
he
just
wants
want to fight them.
Yeah, he wants
No,
Oops, I tripped.
I don't like fighting monsters. I like saving people. There's a difference.
As all 6 of you make
I'm actually
your
going to
way,
say that to Ganta. I don't like fighting monsters. I like saving people. There's a
Mate,
difference.
as
Mate,
all,
shut the fuck up right now.
as all
What are you doing?
6 of you make your way into the tower.
Hey, I'm doing this. Going in the tower. Look, we're fine.
Yeah.
I think my stress is bad.
You just see Ganta just defeated,
Got to remember
Looking-
this.
really, really fucking tired. Bags under his eye.
It's 9 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm
looked,
gonna walk up to Ganta and be like, "Hey, at least it's not me this time."
yeah. I look like you feel.
All right. So up the stairs we go.
The stairs you go. You would need
Is there
to go
anything-
single
is there-
file, and there are 6 of you. So who's going first?
I'll go up first. Oh, I guess Hero's going up first.
Hero, Hero's just in that get shit done mode. He's gonna keep walking and ignoring everything.
Probably
I'll
be a
bring up the
safe-
rear.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah, you will.
probably right in front of
You dirty boy. As we're going up the stairs, you guys can see Ganta's trailing behind again, out of breath.
Out of breath.
Yep.
Are you guys keeping an eye on Ganta?
I am.
Okay, Azul. You're paying attention. You're looking around. I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Where's Click Clack?
Oh fuck!
I thought Click Clack was on somebody's shoulder or something.
That
Or
was way
back at
earlier.
Oh, okay.
Earlier.
I didn't say anything because I thought Click Clack was on. I thought Lathr's or Norvian's shoulders.
Well,
We left the kobold dragon behind.
Did we?
she snuck away with us.
I thought she was coming with us. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
be like
kinda
right
just
back to
assumed.
the inn, grab her, and run right back.
Well, wait. We would need a fool to do it because he's the one who cast Pass Without a Trace. It's his. It will follow him, not us.
Yeah. Did we leave her? Oh shit.
She's still at.
She's
The
still at the
brambles.
inn. Yeah. Is she at the inn or the brambles? Because if she was with the brambles, then she's fine. But
Where
if
is
she's
she?
at the inn, then oh no, no one got her.
No one got her.
I'm gonna look back, and I'm going to cast message,
Mhm.
and be like, "Hey, Click Clack, where you at?"
Okay.
Hey,
It's a range of 120 feet.
there's a fairy dragon up here.
Up
You're
where?
already at the fucking.
Ye- Yeah, I can fly. No one asked. What's taking you guys so long?
We can't hear any of this.
No,
Yeah,
we
it's
can't.
just
It's just
him.
so funny.
Hear me either.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay,
that
so
was
we're
her
sitting
reply.
in the fly.
I'm
Rescind the fly. Then she's like, "Yeah, there's a fairy dragon up here."
going to cast it again and be like, "You mean other than yourself?"
Yeah, his name's Sir Talivar. He's from the Summer Court.
There's a fairy dragon up there. His name is Sir Talivar.
Yeah, he's purple.
Oh no, I was saying that to the rest of the group.
Well, yes, he's purple.
Oh yeah. That's the name of the guy who was prattling on inside my head.
Okay, well, apparently he's a fairy dragon. He's purple, and Click Clack is already with him.
That's convenient.
How did you get? Oh,
She can fly.
why? Yeah. Sorry, we have to take the stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna cast message again. Luckily, it's a cantrip. I'm
my
gonna
God.
be- just hold tight there, please, and we'll be right up.
Okay.
So, not to cast any aspersions around the group, did we honestly all forget that the dragon could fly?
I think we did.
Most
Okay.
kobolds can't.
That's a fair point. Most kobolds can't fly.
I'd like to point out that she's got very large, very visible wings.
Well, you know, we all had wings down at the carnival.
Yep, that checks.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. What I mean,
If anything,
At the same-
Lather shouldn't have forgotten because he's known her for 3 years.
Hero,
the same
not to be
time-
that guy, but could you like flame on and get up there, or is that not a thing you can do?
but no, I can't. But to be fair, did you also think we were gonna just entrust this entire rescue mission to the tiny kobold dragon who loses things?
You know, it wasn't the entirety of it, but they did get there first.
They got there and they're stuck there, probably in conversation. Both of them like to talk.
You know, that's a fair point. So, let's skippity-scap paddle up that direction.
As you cross to
Lead
the
the way.
top of the stairs, you see Click Clack just sitting there, smiling. Just
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and hand her a cookie.
she almost takes her fingers off. She does not take it with her hands. She
Hey, we worked on this. Gentle. Gentle.
Here-
Kind of like
Hero's
she's a
just-
pit bull.
Hero's gonna
She's half
as he
feral.
walks by as he walks by to go go talk to the purple fairy dragon, he's just gonna pat her on the head and keep walking.
Ganta's gonna look for a place to sit.
You're doing all right back there, Ganta.
Fine, mate. Go handle your business.
Click Clack is
Straight,
going to
like-
start.
Straining.
Do we need to go on morning run?
No,
Damn. Savage.
no. Go do the things.
Click Clack is going to start digging around in various little bags that like fell out of the hot air balloon.
I'm gonna look at her. Have we found anything cool yet?
Still looking.
As like little like half-done wooden carvings and bits of plant and just various random crap, keys. It's all flying past your head. She's not found anything that interests her yet.
I'm going to help her look through a couple of the bags.
Okay.
Oh God, Mike, work. There we go. I'm gonna look over at Phil. I'm gonna look over at Phil and be like, I feel like you should take this one. I don't think I could handle a conversation with this dragon.
I think that's a fair enough point. I'm gonna approach and, hey there, howdy ho. How can we seem to get you out of the stuck position you seem to be in?
Hello, aren't you a rather well-spoken gentleman? I, Sir Talivar, do appreciate that.
You just hear a loud sigh coming from Hero behind Phil.
You see a follow-up sigh coming from Kanta.
I do find myself in a bit of a bind, and I am afraid that my faithful pilot, Sir Wigglewog, has perished in the crash. And as you look, you see Sir Talivar is a violet fairy dragon. Lathier and Ventura, you know that means he is older than 51.
He's an old man.
He's about the size of a cat. He looks like that.
Oh, I think you printed him one day.
And he's
Nice.
locked in a bird cage.
Well, I guess now we know why the caged bird sings.
It is very entertaining, my good sir. Now, could I please beg a little help off of you?
Oh yes, no, not a trouble there. Who here's any good with locks?
So hold on, why were you in a cage to begin with?
I was being held captive by the dastardly Bavlorna Blightstraw.
DM, real quick. While they're having a conversation, can I just do a perception check to keep an eye on the snakes? Five.
As far as you can tell, they're doing good.
Snakes are snaking.
Snakes are snaking.
It's a snaky snake.
That's not what's sneaking around in your garden. Gonna catch me a mouse.
All right.
Come here, little jungle boy.
Oh my.
All right.
We're a mature audience, guys.
We promise.
No, we
It's
don't.
gonna-
Don't lie to these people.
Empty promises.
We good?
We're not
Awesome.
political candidates. We don't make promises that we don't meet.
Facts.
True.
Politics. Politics.
So, I don't have enough energy to keep up the Sir Talivar voice. I love you guys, but he's so high energy. He explains that he is an emissary of Titania of the Summer Court of the Seelie Fae. He was sent here on a diplomatic mission, but has discovered that the Hourglass Coven has overthrown Zybilna. And as he was attempting to head back to warn Titania of what has become of Prismere, he was captured by Bavlorna, and Wigglewog was helping him escape.
Okay, then can you repeat that last 2 minutes real quick? I'm trying to take notes.
Wigglewog was helping him escape after he was captured by Bavlorna Blightstraw. He is attempting to warn Titania that Prismere has been overthrown by the Hourglass Coven.
Thank you.
So,
Fantastic.
what were you guys running from and why, if I may ask for a little bit of clarification here?
As I said, Miss Bavlorna is rather a nasty piece of work. And she was keeping me locked up in the middle of Downfall. which is where Hobwigglehawk here is native to. Anyone who can look over Lathier and Ventura, you very easily recognize this as a bullywug. They're frog people. They look like that.
Ribbit.
Calm yourself, Chad.
Down.
Getting excited again.
Guys, we've heard that name Avalorna a few times now. It's starting to feel like, and he's exhausted. It's starting to feel like she's more of a big deal than we originally thought.
More of a big deal?
Does that name trigger anything for me?
You've been told multiple times in the carnival, especially by the unicorns, the three hags, and I'm sure Chad knows this, Gaunt is just exhausted. Lathier, you weren't there. I'm gonna say
Like, he's been in the Feywild.
Lathier, you've been living here. Bavlorna Blightstraw is a member of the Hourglass Coven. The Hourglass Coven divided Prismere into what they consider to be their factions. She considers herself the owner of the area you're in now, which is Hither. She essentially rules over Hither as if she were its queen. However, she acts as though she is the rightful owner of anything in Hither, and her treatment of how she interacts with the rule of reciprocity and the rule of ownership reflect that.
Okay.
For instance, you would know, by the way, this is going to be important later, technically, you cannot steal. Technically, you cannot steal. You are aware that the brigands can take whatever they want and nothing bad happens. That does not encourage most citizens of Prismere to continue breaking the rules because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know if they're acting on behalf of the hag. They don't know what's going on. But rules are not as enforced as strictly as they once were. This is not something you would have experienced. This is something you would have gathered from talking to people.
Actually.
So
you guys gotta
finish
stop being
looking through the
gossip.
bags, and I'm gonna walk over to the fairy dragon and be like, "So you were trying to get back to Tatani?"
That is what I just said.
I'm gonna insight check,
Okay, go ahead.
see if I believe their story, because that just seems a little too neat to Lathier. I'm bad at insight though, guys, so just be aware.
I'll give him the help action.
Okay.
I can knock him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Well, unfortunately, I already rolled before either
never
of y'all
mind.
said anything.
Ah!
So that's a solid 4.
He's being honest,
So, yeah.
as far as you can tell.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna put on the face of Titania using Mask of Many Faces. I'm gonna make myself look like her
Okay.
and just be like, "Now you wouldn't lie to me, now would you?"
It's rather unsettling when you do that.
I mean, he's got a point.
I'm gonna pull my dagger out and kind of look at him and go, "Now if I find that you're lying,
Stab it.
I'm going to have dragon kebabs.
Stab it.
And I'm going to feed you to your relatives, and I'm going to shove the dagger into the keyhole on the cage and try to fiddle with it."
You quickly discover that this is magically locked and cannot be picked.
Okay.
However,
Shattered.
Shatter.
however,
Double shatter.
you do feel several objects hit you in the side of the head as you are threatening a fairy dragon in front of Click Clack, and she is not happy about that.
And I'm gonna like drop Mask of Many Faces and be like, "Will you knock it off?
Will you stop threatening to eat people like me?
I wouldn't threaten to eat everybody like you. Just rude people that try to kill us or try to put us in harm's way."
He's locked in a cage.
He could still be lying though, and I'm like pointing my dagger like that.
Go
Can
ahead
I?
and roll an athletics saving throw at advantage.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
While they're arguing, can I do a perception check to see if I see anything that looks like the key for the cage?
That's 15.
Yes, you can. And Click Black. I don't think she's gonna have enough of a plus to beat this. So she rolled a Gonta, will you say the thing?
Roll a male fat too.
Yep.
Alright.
Got it.
Male
Nope.
fat too.
Probably like a 4 or a 5 at best. Because I think she's got a plus 3 to strength. So that's a 5.
Yeah, big old fat too.
Dirty 20 on perception check for the keys.
There's keys, but none of them look like they're too big for this bird cage.
I'm gonna look at Click Clack and be like, "That's it. Give me my cookie back."
That's exactly what she does. She just goes.
I'm gonna take it and then I'm just gonna plop it on the top of her head. Be like, "That's what you get for being a brat."
Why are you such a jerk? What is with you dropping things on people's heads?
He's gonna stalk over to Phil and go, "Do you have a wet wipe?"
I'm
Yes,
gonna
I
cast
do.
prestidigitation on her and clean her head off.
Every time.
I love you, Harley.
Every time.
Be like, "If you don't throw anything at me for the rest of the day, I will give you another cookie and let you keep it."
So, I get
Be
jumping.
nice.
Hero's gonna jump in while they're arguing again and just be like, "So what do you
Just like
want
my
us
little
to do?
sister.
What do you want us to do?"
Well,
Like-
there are a couple ways to get out. I unfortunately am not in possession of a key. That would be Miss Jingle Jangle. She is a goblin. She lives up on Tellamy Hill. That shouldn't be too far from here. However, as you can see, I'm not quite in the position to go get it myself. Or, if anyone knows how to unlock things magically, I've been told that may work.
Anybody got knocked?
Give me a moment.
Jotamate.
Wait, do you have knock?
I'm checking to see if I can get it real quick.
Hey, Phil. do
Hey,
you
Phil
have
has knock.
Phil.
Nice.
I'm going to dig in through. I've got an old bobby pin, a roll of duct tape, half a banana, and a lockpick. And I'm going to use those to MacGyver my way into that key.
I feel like you only needed one of those 3.
Mr. Hero, you can't throw off the process. I'm going to pull out a stethoscope. I'm just going to like,
I love the
the vault.
visuals.
don't worry. I've seen some of my great-great-grandkids do this on something called Skyview.
Your
I would like to point out, he said
grandkids?
Matt. He would like to. I would. Yeah, you don't. What? You have grandkids?
Who? Hold this light for me. I'm gonna pass him a flashlight. Little flashlight and cone.
Classic. Classic.
Hero's not gonna take it, and he's just gonna cast Produce Flame and brighten up the flame.
God damn it! Hold the light straight.
I knew that was ugly.
You idiot!
I will mark that knock.
Oh, Lather, you once again, not quite hit with flying objects. Click Clack has gone back to digging through the bags. She's not trying to hit you, but she's not necessarily being careful of specifically you anymore.
I'm gonna try to like keep anything from flying over the edge off of the tower.
Smart.
Just in case she's being like real reckless with it.
It's fair. I was gonna say, technically, I think there is a balcony, but this is also a barbarian. So...
She's rage looting.
Phil, just... He said magically unlocked. This still seems very physical. I think we need a spell.
Oh no, that was the spell.
It's not a spell. That's a lockpick.
Those are his spell components, sir.
As these the
Thank
words
you.
leave your mouth, you hear a click as the bird cage unlocks.
You know, Mr. Hero, a little bit of faith would have gone a long way.
You know what?
I still have half a banana. Do you want it? You're kind of acting a little cranky. You might be low on some potassium.
Low on a lot of things. Patience being the number one on that list.
Lather's gonna be like, ooh, banana. Haven't had this in a while.
You know, there was actually a great banana apartheid, and I'm going to ramble on for the next 5 minutes about the disappearance of an entire genus of bananas.
You just hear that noise in the background of
grumble, grumble, grumble.
He's doing his best not to just set everything on fire out of frustration.
Thank you very much. I'm not quite sure what I think of you, as he eyes Lathier, then turns to Phil. But you,
nobody really is.
You did help me, so I would like to give you this as a thank you. I will make sure to relay to my queen what a wonderful help you have been. And he hands you
absolutely
his sword. Go ahead and add Sir Talivar's tiny sword to your inventory. In your hand, this will function as a dagger. It is
it's like a toothpick.
It has a +8 to hit. And a
wait, what?
+1 tiny sword, melee weapon attack, +8 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target. Hit, 1d8 +6 piercing damage.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I think that's his stats, though. I don't think that's the weapon stats.
Yeah.
Because if it's a +1 weapon, it's just a +1 to hit.
I'm reading what it says in the book. I'm reading what it says in the book.
Okay.
+8.
I will drop the picture of this in our.
I believe you. I'm just saying, like that.
I
that
might
just
be
seems
reading
weird
it.
to me.
I might be reading it wrong. That's why I'm gonna drop it. But I'm pretty sure.
What page are you on?
69.
Nice.
That's the 6.
Nice.
Nice.
It's in player chat.
Oh god, I'm gonna be scared.
No, yeah, that's
Okay,
it's +8 to hit.
No, it's his stat. It's a +1 tiny sword, so it's your stats. Melee weapon attack +8 to hit. Jeez, wait, what?
And the note.
It's a +1 magical sword with a +8 to hit.
Yeah, it's a +8 to hit.
Phil, in
So
your
is that
hands, this will function
+9?
like a dagger. So it's
Oh
a
my
+1
God.
dagger with a +8.
I'm gonna
No.
buck knife it just on the side of my hip.
No, that's his action. That's him taking the
Yeah.
attack action. So it's a regular +1 sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good. No,
I was freaking out.
Love it if they wrote it
that-
less confusingly.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
wrote
Yeah.
it like
I
the sword is.
see.
Okay.
yeah. The only reason I know it is because I've had to read a lot of monster and like character stats and stuff like that
I thought you were going to
over
say
the past
monster
like 12
porn.
years.
Because
All
you
right.
and I have talked about the Monster Girl Encyclopedia.
Nice.
Yes, we
Alright.
have. I'm still trying to incorporate half of that into D&D.
Ugh.
Oh no.
My
Okay.
dad.
Yeah.
Why is my dad texting me? Why is my dad trying to bond with me? No.
I don't know. I don't know what that sounds like.
Oh, parents.
See, I don't either, and that's why this is weird.
That's why Phil gave you a little bit of a taste. Hold the damn light steady.
All right,
That's
so you got
paternal bonding, duh.
you got a +1 dagger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
There you go.
You know, guys. I kind of just realized something.
We know you're gay. It's fine. We don't judge.
We have. Calm yourself over there. We got to get past the snakes.
Do any of you have a keg of gunpowder?
No.
Can't say I do.
Strangely
Do
enough,
any of you
I
have any
don't.
additional flasks of oil?
Is anyone looking out the window?
I looked over the ledge and I rolled a 5, so no.
I'll
I
look
don't
out the
see
window.
squid. I'll probably get distracted.
Now, yeah, I'll
Later.
probably look now.
Your inn's gone.
I'm gonna be like, knew that was gonna happen.
Wait, do we just see like chicken legs off in the distance?
You see,
Nope, it's just
you see chicken footprints, and like some like chicken footprints and some like bits of wood that have fallen as it's moving away.
You know,
Hey guys, by the way, the inn's gone.
yeah, I see that.
Nice.
I guess you're out of a job now, aren't you?
I mean, it was only a temporary gig anyways.
Lydia, I can't return the book.
Yeah, we'll find the inn at another time. We can return it then.
Okay, back to the problem at hand, because I'm guessing, you fairy dragon, sir, you're gonna fly off to your queen or whatever, but we still have to get back outside.
Where do we go from here?
Past the snakes. At least
Besides
well,
past the snakes.
Well, as I said, do any of you have another flask of oil?
No.
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 Why don't you guys travel with oil? So useful.
You would think the cook would, but like,
Do you have any cooking oil? Or butter?
I have cook's utensils and a brewer's toolkit. I don't know if there's any kind of like explosives in there.
You hear click clack go as she's holding something. You can't quite see it because she's got tiny arms, but she has very obviously found what she's looking for. She very proud of herself, taps over and holds up to Ganta a tiny wooden-shaped cauldron carved out of a bog oak.
Thank you. This is for dinner and for breakfast.
Huh?
It's about soup bowl size to you. To her, it's like a serving bowl, but she's like,
This is thank you.
Good job, Click Clack.
You should.
And I'm going to hand her 2 cookies.
I appreciate it, little one. And what is it again?
it is a small pumpkin-shaped cauldron carved out of a bog oak.
I take it you want me to put your next meal in here for you?
Oh, this is for you. Because you made me food. So thank you.
You don't have to pay me back for food, little one. I'll do whatever. I'll make you whatever you.
People can be nice to you, Ganta.
You were nice to me. People aren't nice to me.
I'll take the bowl reluctantly and I'll give her a pat on the head.
She makes this kind of like trilling, chirping noise and almost dives. And almost dives face first back into the bag. Norvian, you get hit with like a flying spoon. Like she's not being careful.
So I'm going to put a wood bowl. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could go look for the. My best bet would be the What's that court they were talking about when those rabbits died?
The summer something court.
No. The Harengon. What were they? They were talking about their king.
Agden.
Yeah, I'm guessing that would be our next step.
Well, if we're talking about how we're gonna get past the snakes, let's ask the obvious question: how did this machine fly?
It's a balloon that uses heat.
Yeah.
If a balloon uses heat and you're asking for explosives, do you think that there might be something here we could use?
The balloon has been impaled. It is dangling off the top of the tower, so you would need to find a way to climb into the basket.
Do we want to send Click Clack down there to see if she can find anything we could use for explosives if we're going to use Lathia's idea?
Wait, I mean, before we do that, question, Azul, how long does the spell last that got us through the?
It's probably been about 15 minutes.
An hour?
Yep.
God damn!
Yeah, we've been doing this for probably 15, 20 minutes.
Concentration up to an hour.
I mean,
He's
we
just
could always.
focusing really hard.
Yeah,
We could-
that's
we
why I
could
haven't been
just try to-
talking. I'm just.
I guess, yeah, the Azul keeping his concentration. Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
My face
I mean,
is
we
just
could-
slightly turning red.
He hasn't hit substances yet today, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for this.
We just want to walk back out.
And we walked in before. I don't see why we can't.
I'm
All
only
in
going
favor?
to make you guys roll one time because you've already succeeded so many of them. If you're going to walk back out, Click Clack is going to go out the way she came in. She's going to fly.
Oh, thank God.
All right. I'll stand up. And
Down the stairs.
even with disadvantage. 27.
27 as well.
28.
21.
24.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trace, man.
Yeah,
I'm so
dude,
glad I
Jesus.
put that in mine.
We can just continue to just sneak through the entire thing. It's okay.
God.
Is it bad that who here has seen the show Gallivant? I'm gonna need those of you who haven't when we hang up here to go Google the song from Gallivant, Secret Mission.
All right.
And get back to me.
All right. Well, we go down the stairs. Gonta's still trailing behind.
I'm still keeping an eye on them.
We
Should
walk
I cast Shatter?
we walk back. Hero's gonna lead everybody back through the brambles, back out to the main road, and off a little bit. We have no idea where we're going. Kind of just realized that.
We would probably go to the Brigand's Toll Bridge. We jump. Oh no, we descended from there.
That is not a toll bridge. That is the Queen's Waterway. Or the
Can
Queen's
we
Way.
when we get back to the road, could I do a perception check to look around and see if I see any like large structures off in the distance?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, let's see if I see some big shit. That's a nat 20.
I was gonna say I'll give you the help action, but you don't need it.
Look, I rolled like
Nice.
3 ones today. I feel like it was
Karma had to shift back around
Yeah,
to
so
you.
eventually.
it's
Off to the east, you can see Telemy Hill. That is something that this is the thing that you assume, I should say. That's the hill that Sir Talivar told you about.
Okay.
A bit off in the distance, you can see an extremely large wooden stump.
While we're making our way to the road, Lathia, Ventura, might I ask a favor?
Of Of course. What's up?
DM, those 3 ingredients that I'm looking for, what would I have to roll to see if they would be in the first botany book?
Roll a d4 for each of them.
Okay.
Which
So-
number of the series is this?
This is, I don't think we established. I just put 1 of 4.
Okay, well, you're going to say it's the first book then. If you roll a 1, it's in there.
Okay. So
It's
that's
not.
a no. That's a no. That's a yes. The
Go ahead and make a note of which book that is in. That will stay consistent.
okay. Unicorn's Bane Root.
Is in book 1.
1. I'll put that in my notes real quick. Botany book.
Like there, I'm going around.
So, gentlemen, I was coming through the botany book, and I've noticed one of the ingredients that I'm looking for, this unicorn's bane root, and I'll show them a picture of it. Does this look familiar to you?
Both
Would I roll
You know,
nature
I
too for
never
that one?
passed botany in community college. I'm sorry.
nature at advantage.
Let me give it a lucky see.
What?
Nature at advantage for both of you.
The only description I have is a bittersweet herb said to reflect the purity of intent.
Ooh, it's a good thing that was an advantage because that was a natural 1 and then a 12.
Yep, I got a 5 and then an 18. Maybe
So-
30, 20.
Yeah, mine's a 16.
You both have heard of this. Azul, remember that little secret that you and I are keeping for your backstory? You remember it from that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen it. I've seen that.
it is
Do we know?
mostly native to thither. It's not something you usually find in a swamp. It's usually more of a forest thing.
While we're here, do you think we could also see if we can find the Will-O-Wisp essence? Since we already encountered one before, or is that too far out of the way?
Well, I mean, my question was going to be, is Click Clack back with us, or is she fucked off again?
She's back with you, but she's kind of just pawing through her bag. Like, she's distracted.
I was going to say, I was like, you know, Click Clack, Lathier, if you two have been here a while.
Yeah.
Do either of you know where the Paragon Court is?
Well, it's not really a court. I don't like them. They're mean.
That's fine. We just kind of need to know where they are. I wouldn't mind throwing a couple more off a bridge if I need to.
Would that be history for me?
I was just going to have Click Clack tell you where it was, because she knows.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
They live in a tree like a bunch of losers.
Like, you mean like that big tree off in the distance?
Yeah, that's it. We don't have to go there, do we?
I think we
I
do.
mean, yes, we do.
She holds up one of the cookies that Lathier handed her that she's not eaten either of them yet, and goes,
If we don't have to go there, I'll give you a cookie.
How about
Those are
if you
yours.
go? How about if you go there with us? I make you feel like I make you feel like a full-fledged dragon.
What do you mean full-fledged?
You want to breathe fire for a second, and then you come with us?
I can already do that.
Can you?
she lets off a ability. It's called Euphoria Breath. It is much like Ganta's kick
I
ability.
haven't seen it. Oh, never mind.
Where
What a
you can kind of pick the flavor of what's going to come out, as she lets off a straight line of fire,
Oh,
which does
She
obliterate
is a full dragon.
parts of the brambles.
is she pointing in my direction? Wait, question.
As,
We were
You have, like,
talking.
the anime, you have like the anime charred skin.
as the snakes start to wake up.
Ah, son of a.
All right, moving now, and I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, all right.
Click-clack
We're
up
gonna
and
go
just
off.
kinda-
Yeah, we're just gonna go off that direction. Bye, guys.
Oh, wait, no, we were. Oh, damn
No.
it.
The snakes are waking up, Gonta. Do you want to fight or do you want to move?
Wait,
I say we make out like a
stop!
Saluthian prom girl and run before the snakes get too terribly aroused.
But Clack is
Okay,
fighting you, Lather, because her bag is still laying back on the ground by Hero.
I'm gonna swing back and go grab it real quick.
I was gonna say I could just I'm just gonna pick it up and look at Azul and be like, is any of that root over in this area?
No,
in a
no, we're not
in the
going to find it
swamp?
here.
No? Okay, cool. Let's go. Gonta, are you coming or?
You see him like look at the botany book. You see him looking back and forth between the book and the group, Fuck. Slams the book and
I was gonna say,
runs.
did you not hear what Azul said?
No.
Oh, I asked
Chad
Azul.
didn't, yeah.
Oh, I asked Azul, like, does that branch grow there? Because we overheard you having your
Unicorn.
conversation.
And you're like, nope.
And he
nope,
said
not
no.
here.
Oh, okay. And then I was gonna try to get the Will-O-Wisp essence, but we're running.
For your meta, Gonta, the will-o-wisps are all over hither.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not.
They're not
Okay,
just
cool.
in one specific spot. You just have to be able to find them.
Gotcha.
Norvian, Gonta, get your asses moving. Let's go.
I'm coming. I'll slam the book. Fuck.
And I will follow as well.
I'm just gonna put Click-clack on my shoulders because it's just easier to carry her like that than try to like hold her like an angry satchel.
That is a
Are we-
very good description. It's kind of like,
It's like a baby Bjorn.
it's like when you put a cat in a burlap sack.
Yeah.
So Hero took off running in the direction
Stop
of the big
kicking
stump,
me.
of the big stump tree. I'm guessing we're heading into woods or something. I don't know where we're heading
You're heading
into.
back into the swamp. You're following a road this time, but you're heading
Oh, okay,
back
cool.
into the swamp.
All right. Cool.
Wait, I need to get on my wasters. And I'm gonna like,
There's a road. We're on a road.
you never know when that road gives way, young man.
Oh god. All right. Here we go.
Ganta's trailing about 10, 15 feet behind you.
Speaking of,
I'm
as
gonna look-
Ptolemy Hill crosses your path, erosion has done a number on this road, and it does, in fact, disappear the further you get into the swamp.
You're just gonna hear a sigh from Hero as he looks back at Phil. What is it like being born lucky?
Well, you know, I never would know. I don't often rely on luck. I rely on hard work and dedication.
You know, I have a feeling that's such a lie.
Insight check me.
Let's go. What is my modifier?
23.
No, well, yeah, no. You have a 20. You rolled a 20. Oh,
I rolled a 16 plus 7.
Oh, on fucking persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, persuasion versus my insight's not gonna win. Yeah.
You have a feeling that Phil believes everything that has happened is mostly hard work and just preparation.
You can 100% read on Hero's face that he does not believe it to the slightest degree at all.
He believes it's not luck. He just doesn't believe it's preparation either.
Oh no, he does. He still thinks it's luck. It is just that he doesn't have proof to prove it otherwise. It's
Very good parents.
Timmy.
I'm gonna look.
You know,
I'm gonna
if I
look
were
behind
lucky, I
us.
couldn't do this.
You
Thunder.
are now far
And I'm
enough.
gonna prestidigitation of thunder sound.
You are far enough away from the snakes that they are not a threat.
Okay.
Just the face of defeat from the DM.
That wasn't thunder at all.
I'm just gonna look up at Click-clack and be like, "Will you stop kicking me?"
Eat me down.
Oh wait, you know, I think
It's
I got
kind of
something
deep
for
right
this.
now, so hold on real quick, and then when we get back to solid ground, I will put you down. Okay?
I'd like to pull out a baby Bjorn and pass it to Mr. Lathier.
Oh my god!
Like a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah, the little.
When I had my little one, trying to work and travel with them was a bit of a hassle. So if you don't mind, and if I have your consent and permission to touch you, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing here on you, and then they just kind of sit like on your chest so you can keep an eye on them.
Roll
I'm
investigation.
gonna look up at her and go.
Roll investigation
Well-
into your fanny pack of holding to see if there's one in there.
Oh, fair enough. I'll take that. What is my investigation plus? Investigation will be a +2. 13.
Teen,
13.
you don't so much ask Click-Clack's permission as she's the one being difficult as you help Lathier strap a kicking, screaming, wild magic barbarian to his chest.
You know, give me some time. I can build you a little platform on the reverse side. That way they can stand above your shoulders.
I'm gonna just kind of pat Click-Clack on her head and be like,
He's gonna snap at your fingers.
I'm gonna hand her bag of hoarded trinkets back over to her. Be like, here you go. This is yours. Very, very uncomfortable by the fact that she was put into this thing in the first place.
Thank you. At least someone is treating me like an adult.
As she continues to paw through her bags of mostly sweets.
I'm trying
Trust
not
me,
to get your feet wet.
I know the feeling. She can fly, Lathier.
Not for super long.
She just flew up a 60-foot tower. I think she'll be.
Well, yeah, but I have to imagine it's something like sprinting. Just because sprinting's a faster way to travel doesn't mean you can do it for a long period of time. You know, back when I was an athlete in my old college days.
Phil, go ahead and roll deception for me.
That's
Oh my
absolutely,
god!
that's absolutely fair. It's a +4. That's a 12.
I was gonna ask the roll against them, but I feel like it's not right now, knowing the roll.
I'm still trying to find. I just had Click-Clack's sheet. Where's her sheet?
Lost again.
I should just.
I was a bit of a, long distance runner, and I'm just gonna start calisthenicizing. Just
How much?
yeah.
What did you roll for deception?
13.
She got a
13.
17.
Oh,
13.
So she's gonna
That's
eye you
absolutely okay.
up and down, and for just a moment, Phil, you see that same face that Ventura Norvian did, where she just suddenly looks older, and it is the same switch that you recognize in yourself. Your mask versus your real person. She eyes you up and down, but doesn't say anything at the moment.
Is there like a moment of like wavelength where I'm recognizing it, she's recognizing I'm recognizing it, and I'm recognizing she's recognizing that I'm recognizing it, or is it just?
You can have that moment with what you think she's recognizing.
Okay.
Mongoose.
You know, they called me the flashy mongoose back in the day.
I don't think flashing is more legal on the material plane than it is here, and it's still pretty illegal here.
No, not flashing, flashy, but both are terrible. I had a dorm mate that for a dare on one of it. Yes, I saw that hero.
She's gonna take one of the cookies, grab Phil by his shirt, and just shove it in his mouth.
Oatmeal raisin, disgusting.
I thought old people liked oatmeal raisin.
I'm not old.
As she has been,
Gray hairs say otherwise.
as she's hanging there in her little papoose, she has done all she can do.
She is quietly dissenting now.
So are we in the mud?
Wait, so is her axe just like hanging loose, or?
I would imagine that they have, because the chain's kind of long. I'd imagine they have like kind of tucked it
Strung
in
it around
front
me.
so that like she can still get to it if she needs to, but it is very much kind of wrapped up with her.
Okay.
You know, if we get into a fight in this situation, it's almost like you two combined into one extra strong warrior.
Technically, I'm a flamethrower now.
Yeah, I guess that's technically right.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Look,
So
she's the brawn and the skill, and I'm just here.
So we're in the mud, crossing back over the swamp. Is that where we're at? Or
Not
are we just
quite
at the
in
edge
the
of
mud
a road?
yet. You can see the edge of the road coming, but you're not quite standing in the mud yet.
It's on the other side of the swamp that we're looking at.
Far as you can tell, it's been pretty much nothing but swamp this entire time. That's just how Hither looks, to the best of your knowledge. But the road disappeared while you were working your way towards that big stump. So you would imagine that
It picks back up.
if you keep heading that direction, you might find something.
Like, God, what I wouldn't do for the forest or carnival again. Jesus. All right. We're going into the mud.
Sure.
Okay.
If that's where we
Yeah.
need to go.
Start wading our way through the mud.
As you're moving along, if anyone would like to look for anything, whether it be Azul, various drugs, Giganta, various ingredients,
Yep.
you may do so with an appropriate check, depending on what the item is.
I was gonna say, can I look for possible paint supplies?
I'll look for some herbs.
This disadvantage is kicking my ass. All right.
You can look for painting supplies.
Okay.
But that's just going to be straight investigation. Azul, if you're looking for herbs, that's going to be nature.
12.
14 plus.
As we're walking along, Norvian, you feel something on your hip, not on the inside of your pants, but like definitely under your chainmail. Start to rub.
What is that?
I don't know, what is that?
I don't know.
16 for the paint check.
The paint, you don't find any buckets of paint, much to your disappointment.
I wasn't. Yes, let me look for buckets of paint in the swamp.
You do see some mushrooms that seem to be leaking almost like a pink or a red.
I'm gonna grab those. Do they have any? Can I use detect magic on them? See if they have any magical properties.
Yes.
All right. Do they have any magical properties?
Nat 20 that.
Oh no, just detect magic.
No,
Oh,
it's
detect magic?
so I don't
Oh
have
yeah.
to roll.
Sorry, for some reason I thought you said investigation or magic check. I don't know.
No.
My brain left for a minute.
No, detect magic.
Detect magic.
I did just roll a nat 20 if it makes you feel better. I threw my dice down and hit nat 20.
They do not have magic cast upon them, but much like other things in the Feywild, they are themselves inherently magic.
All right.
As you rip them up, the bottom of the mushrooms seem to bleed.
Oh, hey, more red.
You know, I don't know if that's going to be the best of ideas there, but
Azul, you said you rolled a 16?
12.
12? You find some rosemary.
I rolled an 11. I'm specifically looking for will-o-wisp essence. but I'll take what I can get.
You
I
do
rolled
not
11.
see will-o-wisp essence. You do see one of the geysers that had a will-o-wisp at it before.
How far away is it from the road?
It's after the road ends. You're not sure if the road winds or not, but it's far enough that you would have to go in the water, even if you were just kind of... Not the water. It's the same kind of, like, thick mud with a little bit of water on top of it.
So lake.
Yeah.
Is it on the way or is it out of the way?
As far as you can tell, it's on the way, but you're not really
I'll
sure.
cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah, you can do it pretty easily. Takes you a little bit of time because, you know, it's mud.
Waiting. We're all wading through the mud.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
everyone's
that
all right,
deep. It's probably up to your ankles. Like, it's not that
Gotcha.
bad. And Click Clack is still pouting because that would be her knees.
If everyone's all right, I'd like to go and look for something at this geyser that we saw last time. Any volunteers?
I mean, I figure we just keep heading the direction the road seems to fall off into, and hopefully it picks back up somewhere. So, sure, it's on the way.
Look back, do you want to get down and play in the geyser?
Maybe.
I'm going to start taking her out of the Bjorn and setting her down.
You didn't like being in the mud last time.
I didn't like being dipped in the mud.
Semantic.
Lawyer. I object.
Oh, all right. So we head off into the direction
I'm
of the
still
geyser in the
fiddling
road.
around with whatever my chainmail is, because apparently there's something in there and I don't know what.
Yeah, what are you rubbing?
As
What is rubbing again?
Pull them
What are you
off,
doing?
as you pull it off to look, you're not sure how it got there, but just so much glitter and confetti begins to fall out.
I'm just gonna look a little exasperated, and I'm gonna look at Lather because this feels like something he would do. I don't know why.
Did you crush a pixie in your chainmail? Because, like, I'm for it, but
Did you put a pixie in my chainmail?
no. Why would I do that?
Because you don't like pixies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just saw you for the first time yesterday after 3 years. I haven't had a time to go wrangle a pixie yet.
So you were thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's something I would do, but I haven't had an opportunity to do it yet.
So, is there anything I can do with this glitter mess, or should I just clean it up?
Well-
Did Norvian just get glitter bombed in his pants?
kind of, but it's on the outside of his pants, between his pants and his chainmail, but there is still a feeling kind of near your hip. It's like like you accidentally scratched a sunburn.
Oh, well, that's fun. Does anyone know what this is?
It looks
Would
like
I
it's
know what that is?
What is
As you
it?
look, Norvian now has a very small heart tattoo. And you remember that one of the it's like it's a heart, it's got some little sparkles around it, and it's got the initial A on the inside. You remember that one of the gnomes that worked in the kitchen was an amateur stick and poke tattoo artist.
I think you got tatted, my friend.
Did your little inn thingy have a tattoo parlor in it?
I mean, yeah. Did you go in there?
I do not remember going in there, but I think I
How
might
much
have.
did you consume last night?
I'm going to clarify,
You were the
this
one
looks like the
giving
kind of
me.
stick and poke that a high schooler or a prisoner would give themselves. Like, this is not a professional tattoo.
Can I just
prison
do
tat.
Can I just do a
Well, I
medicine
think
check
it
to make sure
needs
it's
to
not
be
infected?
covered with the sick ass panther instead.
Okay, one at a time. You want to make a check. What about a panther?
No, I'm saying just a joke of everyone who has a shitty tattoo just gets it covered up with a panther.
Well, now obviously we know what you have to do.
Well, while he's doing the medicine check, Lathia, I know that you were looking around to try to find some clues as to what happened to those chefs. Did you find anything?
I found more arrows outside of the inn before we left. And they're the same type of arrows that we found in our friends. I believe it's a form of dryad magic, kind of like a corrupted version of it. The wood itself feels created, artificial almost.
Do we even know why? Like, why has this ever happened before?
To my knowledge, no. It's
like no disrespect. You've been here 3 years and nothing like this has happened. Like it's got to mean something.
Frankly, I'm not trying to be mean, but I kind of blame you guys because the inn was pretty peaceful before you guys. Like, yeah, of course it's a bar. Like we get some rowdy people, but for the most part, it was overall fairly peaceful. And then you guys show up, and then the same day, the bar gets attacked with lightning arrows.
I agree.
I don't think I appreciate what he's inseminating there.
Insinuating, sir. I'm not a swan fucker.
I'm surprised you still remember that. That was 3 years ago for you.
Oh,
I think that's the
who
highlight.
could forget?
I'm trying.
You've been a very popular story around the bar, by the way. You have a reputation in Prismere now.
We'll touch on that another day.
I don't want you to touch on anything, please.
I don't want to.
Out of game date, she did 100% cheat on him.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, remember we heard her.
You were there
go
for
to
that.
town on
That's
somebody
right.
else
That's
too.
right.
Yeah,
you were there for that. Phil wasn't there for that. That's right.
Yeah. He saw the episode though.
Sorry, my cat knocked down all my dice, so I'm just kind of like trying to find them under the desk.
Okay. But regardless, like I get what both of you were saying, but you can't ignore the coincidence. If nothing happened for 3 years, we show up on day one, it has to be connected to us.
But why try?
I'm sorry, but I find it really. Look, this. Let's
Or
be
maybe
fair.
I'm just
this is-
overthinking.
No, I mean, I'm just surprised to hear that nothing like no weird attacks or murders or missing people has happened. This is
As you're
Like, this
walking, a
wasn't-
geyser starts to rumble.
like this wasn't something that was done. You know, like this is somebody who is trained, or something that was trained. I don't know the best word to use for all the fey creatures, but like if you're telling me nothing like this has ever happened in the Feywild, where somebody trained attacked.
Oh,
something.
I mean, it happened to out. It just never happened at the inn.
Oh,
The inn was pretty well established as neutral ground for
so
everyone.
you never heard of something like any assassinations or anything like that happening around?
Oh, assassinations happen all the time. People, this is the Feywild.
Was it
Like, people
was
die
it
all the time here.
was it with bows and arrows?
I mean, you get elves and fey folk and dryads and centaurs, and even the occasional unicorn will sometimes move an arrow with its mind.
Oh, sorry. I was imagining a unicorn assassination for a second. I'm sneaking through and
Damn.
stabbing
Like
somebody with the
unicorns
horns.
from
Yeah.
Supernatural that 100% turned
Yep.
out to be the projection of it. Has everyone here seen Supernatural? Except for, I know John.
Every episode twice.
I've seen
Every
it.
episode twice.
Yeah, that did a lot
And the anime.
Yes,
sorry,
and the Scooby-Doo episode too.
Jesus.
But okay, so yeah, okay. I mean, I get that all tracks. I'm just very confused by the fact that
But why them? If it's connected to us, why not just come after us?
Because they were.
I'm
It
not
looked like an
fighter.
attack of opportunity more than anything.
I don't think they were able to get to us.
I think they tried. I think that might
Yeah.
have been the people that was trying to get in my room.
I told you, mate, that was probably me. I got lost.
Well, I also don't know what time it was. You weren't scratching on doors, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, there was scratching.
Yeah, well, I guess we.
Do we think it was like a solicitor by chance, or do we think it was something definitively hostile?
Oh, it was definitively hostile. The ward on the front door prohibited solicitation.
I could see that being a very common practice. That's a fair enough point.
Although
if it was a dedicated enough, well, no, the paladins of the Yester Light have pretty much stopped soliciting most parts.
Look, after the encyclopedia incident of 100 years back, we stopped taking door-to-door salesmen. They signed us up they signed people up for subscriptions, and then it was a pain to get out of them.
All right, we're going way off track.
Moving on. Yeah.
My Clack is currently locked mid-conversation with a will-o-wisp. She's wandered off, and she's talking to the will-o-wisp that came out of the geyser that just erupted.
Oh, okay. Hold off on the encyclopedia. We'll touch that back on that. Little one, what do you have there?
Hold on. What? This angel. Mid-friend.
Come here.
No, you come here.
All right. I'll meander over there.
Angel, this is Mr. Ganta. He makes amazing food. Mr. Ganta, this is Angel.
Angel, Ganta Domont.
Wonderful to meet you.
Hello.
That tells me you've been looking for something very specific. She's promised me that you won't touch my things if I help you find it.
I will not touch your things. Did she tell you what I was looking for?
I couldn't remember the name.
It's all right, little
one. It was something about will-o-wisps.
Yes. See, very good. Miss Angel, would you be so kind? I know I might be asking a lot. I'm new here. How does this process work? I'm hoping to find your essence.
Essence? Well, that is rather rare. You know how will-o-wisps are created, my dear?
I don't. I'm not even gonna roll. I don't. Ganta would have no clue.
He would have no goddamn clue.
Nope.
When an innocent soul dies protecting something they cared about, we are reborn as a will-o-wisp. The essence you're looking for comes from that transformation process. It is extremely rare. You're mostly going to find it in magic shops or specialty shops. Haven't been any here for quite some time, unless you count the upsetting cloud that hangs over Downfall.
So Downfall. How is it collected? Is it a physical, like an Ica, or is it like a stone?
Somewhere between an Ica and a mist. It's very light, and it is. I don't know the specific process. I honestly don't remember a lot from when I was changed, and I've never witnessed it.
Do you have any knowledge of? I know I'm asking a lot, and I apologize. Would you happen to have any knowledge of the nearest village or shop that might have procured some?
Well, as I said, really the only shop left these days is in Downfall. It's run by two little darklings.
I would not know where Downfall is. Never mind.
You would remember. I'm not even going to make you roll. You would remember that Downfall is the place that Sir Talivar told you that the bullywugs live.
That's right. I wasn't paying attention because Ganta was exhausted.
Wheezing.
If Ganta doesn't know what it is, that's fine. But anyone who can overhear this would know that Downfall is where the bullywugs live.
Gotcha. Are you able to, I'm assuming will-o-wisp, is it like spectral or is it like a ball?
It's kind of like a combination. Think pixie made out of fire, but it's blue.
Okay.
And it's
would
not
you be
hot.
willing? Gotcha. Would you be, Miss Angel? Would you be willing to just point in the general direction of Downfall?
Oh, of course, if you go right past the Brigand's Tollway right there, the large stump, a little bit towards the west, and you should run into it just on the other side of the Queensway.
My dear, please let me offer you something for your time. If there's anything I can offer, I will.
Well, what is the price of information?
What is it that you seek?
That's not how the rules here work, my dear. You do have some time to think on it. I believe your friends here can help you out with how the rules work, but
I've been told reciprocity. You gave me information. What do you want to know?
I want to know why the children stopped playing.
So the children stopped playing?
Want to know why the children stopped playing. This place used to be very beautiful. They used to run through, but I haven't seen one in centuries.
Unfortunately, my dear, I fear that's part of the reason why I'm here, is to find out.
Well, then when you find out, come back and tell me.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I just want to know why the children stopped playing.
We're on the same page.
See you later, Ganta Dormant. She flips herself back into her geyser, waiting for the water to begin again. As you make your way forward, you do find yourself walking toward foggy marsh that stretches out before you. Rickety causeways made of wooden planks of a wide, web-like structure above the bog. 300 feet away, many of these causeways converge onto an enormous, ivy-covered tree stump that rises a good 10 feet above the 20-foot-high fog bank and shrouds it. And that is where we will end our session.
Ah,
All right.
I love you, Nate. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Oh my lord.
So fun.
Hero, you shit.